Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
Blackness is more than just color. It is their heritage, it's their history, it's their code of conduct, and more importantly, it is their badge of honor, and it's what it symbolizes the indebtedness that this country has to them. This country does not have any indebtedness to people coming from Africa. They don't have any indebtedness to people coming in from the Bahamas. If you lump black folk in there, you deprive black folk of the benefit and debt that's owed them. Don't do that. You are spitting fire.
Peace, love, and R-E-S-P-E-C-T to the family, the whole family tree. Y'all know the more things change, the more they stay the same. The more things change, the more we stay on game. And we stay on game 24/7, 365. That is practicing certified foundational Black American excellence. That is practicing certified American Freedmen excellence. And that is staying laser focused on the bag, running that check, and getting to the money. M-O-N-E-Y. That's how you do it. That's how we do it. That's how we'll always be. Certified for life. I appreciate everybody. One love. You know that. Straight from the Black Alpha Network. And I appreciate everybody who's been showing me so much love, man. I am truly, truly humbled. And let me say this. I appreciate with a passion everybody who has supported the Cash App. And I mean that. Let me stop and let you know I mean that. This is a real life we live. We out here really dealing with real issues. And for people to support the Black Alpha Network with their money, with their hard-earned money, I am genuinely, sincerely, truly humbled by that. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my FBA Freedman soul. Beyond words, beyond statements, I mean that on everything. Some of the things that people have personally told me, have DM'd me, have expressed to me about how much love they got for me, how much respect they have for me. They tell me to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep bringing it. Those things humble me to the core. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. When I first started out on this black activism world, this journey, I had no idea it'd be this much fun. I had no idea there'd be this much energy, and I had no idea there'd be this much love. And I'm telling you right now, with that said, I'm going to continue to keep on spitting that hot fire. I'm going to continue to keep on dropping these facts, and I'm going to continue to keep on bringing the spoilers. The inspiration is strong, and the passion is even stronger. And this family right here, oh, we stand together stronger than ever. Big facts. Y'all heard me say it before. I enjoy being the person that everybody respects. I enjoy being the person that everybody loves. Yes, I do. Ain't nothing wrong with being loved and respected by your lineage. If you love and respected by your lineage, that means that you on code and you doing the right thing. And that's a good thing. That person who's always in the corner by themselves, can't get along with anybody, always in some drama, always negative, always messy. You know, the same 2 or 3 faces that you always see in the center of some bullshit. That type of person who loves being hated, that type of person is a hater. And while they love being hated, shit, we building, working, shining, and grinding together. So I send a big certified salute to the whole FBA family tree. Let's do what we always do best, and that is put in that foundational Black American work. Run it. Here we are. Okay, family, it is our time. How do we know it's our time? It's because we are on everybody's mind. We're in everybody's bold statements, they prints, they putting out whole documentations addressing us. When somebody has to address you, when somebody's going out their way to mention you, take your words, take your terminologies, take everything that we're pushing for, and they try to remix it and give it back to us. And then when we say, nope, reject, and then they try to twist it up again, give it to us, and we say, nope, reject. Anytime that type of shit happens, that means the foundational Black Americans are making their push, and we are making our push. The American Freedmen is in the building. This is our time today. And when you see this political spectrum, you see it happening. You see it also in the social world. As I say, publicly, privately, everywhere. No matter where these people go, they think about us. No matter what these people do, they think about us. No matter what these people say, they're thinking about us. They're having whole meetings right now. Trust and believe. You got some ops. You got some politicians. Listen, when I say op, I'm talking about just put op in front of anything. You could say an op politician, an op tether, an op coon, an op counterfeit. These pop-up ops, these pop-up op groups, these pop-up marches, all that shit. Every single one of their asses is probably right now in some fucking meeting thinking about how they can derail foundational Black Americans. That's what they're doing because it is the 11th hour. It is the 11th hour. See, this era is separate from other eras because it's the era where we don't have another 60 years. We do not have another 60 years. Either we gonna get it or we not. Okay, either we gonna ball or we gonna crawl. That's the bottom line. So I know, like everyone else, we trying to ball up in here. And balling means we gotta be laser focused and on code codified. Somebody comes around and we don't recognize them. Somebody comes around, they funny style. They got flag after flag after flag. Y'all already know what we gotta do. Y'all know what we gotta do. That paperwork getting snatched, you definitely getting vetted. If you do not like getting vetted, then your ass is getting ran off the block. We have no time for these games. We have no time for the William O'Neills of the world, all right? We have no time for these fake phonies who come around and they try to take what we have and then they try to remix it, twist it, spin it, flip it, flop it, all that shit. Fuck no. It's gonna be the FBA way or nothing at all. If we not comfortable, nobody's gonna be comfortable. Shout out to TBA for that one. Now, as I say, everything is about us and it is our time. You can see it right now. You literally have people who are running for president addressing foundational Black American grassroots agendas. Yes, fuck the mainstream. Fuck the boule. Fuck all them people who act like they're us. They act like they speak for us, but they don't hold no weight in these streets. I'm talking about the average foundational Black American certified sister and the average foundational Black American certified brother. They are having to address us. What we say, their asses are going to have to answer the question or they're going to get G-checked. This ain't the Roland Martins of the world. This ain't the Angela Ryes of the world. No, this ain't the Bakari Sellers of the world. This is foundational Black American grassroots. We run it, man. It's our time. Oh yeah, the Black grassroots is in full swing, full effect. We worldwide connected. When you see people from other countries coming over here trying to get in on our affairs, what you think they're doing that for? They're doing that because we codified. Understand, the more ops that pop up, the more codified we are. When shit is cooning and motherfuckers are sitting here butter biscuit, tap dancing, yes we can, and man, you don't see this type of shit. They don't have any pushback because things are working for them. When the dominant society has things working for them, oh, they sit back and relax. They let their tethers, they let their minions go to work. They let the black and brown coalitions go to work. Just think about how much the black and brown coalition was in full effect 5-10 years ago. Just think about how the term people of color was in full effect 5-10 years ago. Okay, now think about how that shit ain't in full effect right now. Think about how little weight that shit holds in these streets right now. Think about how ain't nobody going for that bullshit right now. What happens to you? Let me ask this to the family. Family in the chat right now, please talk to me. If somebody comes in to one of our spaces and they start talking about, as an African American, we needs to, or we as African Americans, or as the African American community, what happens when somebody comes to you and they reference us as African Americans? What you gonna do? What we gonna do? What's gonna happen to them? I already know the answer, but this is a family thing, this is a family tree, this is a family gathering. I wanna hear what the family got to say. Yes, I already know. We're gonna run their ass off the block, we're gonna G-check them, we're gonna put an end to that immediately. We're gonna cancel that bitch. That's exactly what we do. We don't play no games. We don't play no games. Zero tolerance. When you're in the 11th hour, you have zero tolerance. You cannot play. Once again, we don't have 50, 60 years. We cannot look back and be like, damn, we was almost there now. Boy, if them ops didn't get us now, we'd be good now. We're the butter biscuits. No, we're not gonna do that shit. We're not gonna sell out our future for access to W women in Walmart. Okay, we're not gonna do what the civil rights era did, came the 1980s and the 1990s, where they were like, man, what racism now? It ain't that bad. It's really that damn music y'all listen to, that damn Snoop Doggy Dogg and that damn Tupac and that Biggie Smalls and shit. Man, fuck no. Hell to the nah. We're not making those mistakes because we understand we're pressed against the clock. We pressed against time, and I love that shit. Good. Some people operate better in the fire. Some people, when they're outside the fire and they can relax and they can sit at home and they can just be real comfortable, some people get real lazy, they get real stagnant, shit don't get done. That's why the dominant society is always trying to give people butter biscuits. That's the whole butter biscuit. They don't give a motherfucker butter biscuits just because. They give a motherfucker butter biscuit so they can start to eating the butter biscuits and they can start licking their fucking fingers and they can start tap dancing, doing the fucking cool walk and play. That's what happens when protests happen. What happened in the protests? As soon as the protests happen, they bring out a fucking DJ, they start playing fucking music. They do everything to make a Negro comfortable. When they can make a Negro comfortable, the Negro drops his guard, the Negro calms down, the Negro chills, they bring out a Karen, and all the goddamn Negroes, woo shit now. They start doing all that goofy shit, right? It's the same thing that starts happening when we start getting to the money. They start bringing out entertainers. Because every time you see a Megan Thee Stallion, that means they're trying to get us to not talk about reparations. Every time you see a Lil Baby, that means they're trying to get us to not talk about reparations. Every time you see I'm rolling with hot sauce, or the nay nay or fish fry. All that is another attempt to make foundational Black Americans comfortable. And once you get them comfortable, they quit fighting for reparations. Once they got you doing the damn two-step, or you start crumping or twerking for justice at a rally in front of a race soldier, then they got you right where they want you, and you ain't talking about tangibles and reparations no more. That is the play. It's how can I feed these black folks some crumbs? How can I put a butter biscuit with some frosting on it, give them some sugar, and make them calm down? It's the same exact thing they do with entertainers. There's always something they do to make your ass lazy instead of going out here in these streets and putting it down. Difference is that we don't go for any of that. Imagine that shit working for the dominant society for 60 fucking years. Matter of fact, really, it was going on for hundreds of years because they was giving folks apples and shit to get them to snitch on the whole goddamn slave revolt. You had planned slave revolts that were going to overthrow plantations where they amassed 200 to 300 slaves, and they was about to regulate that shit. And one person would tell on everybody for some candy or an apple. That's the type of shit they've been doing. So that candy and the apple they was giving in is the same as these job positions, is the same as these pop-up ops, is the same as these entertainers. It's the same exact play that they trying to pull, but guess what? We ain't going for it. Imagine some shit working since slavery all the way through the civil rights era, and all of a sudden right now in the 2020s, certified American freedmen don't go for that shit no more. I said, this era right here has clean house. We done all grabbed a dustpan, a mop, a broom, and sweep this whole motherfucking energy out. Now the only energy that's in this place is certified energy. And you know ain't nothing like certified energy. Once you got that certified energy, you get certified results, and we getting certified results. Anybody who does not believe us, they can turn on their goddamn television. They can log on to their Twitter accounts, their Instagram accounts, their Facebook accounts. You can get on your goddamn TikTok, and you gonna see foundational Black American presence everywhere. And when we in there, we heavy, talk real heavy. And this is why you start to see these politicians address us directly. See, back in the old days, they used to address shit that we weren't even asking for. We be out here talking about reparations. They be out here talking about all lives matter. We be out here talking about tangibles and things for us specifically. They be talking about minorities. Y'all know what it was. Hey, how do you feel about foundational Black Americans? Well, people of color, need this. What? Motherfucker, we ain't say that. Wait, how do you feel about things that benefit foundational Black American communities and schools? Well, I believe all Americans need education. Like, what the fuck? That's what they used to do. They would hit that pivot, and now we've literally stopped them in their tracks, put the motherfucking brakes on. We saying, no, partner. We are foundational Black Americans, certified American freedmen. You will address us specifically. Not all these fake ass terms that you've come up with so you can dilute us. Not all these fake ass terms that you've come up with so you can hit that goddamn misdirection. No. You're going to address us specifically. You're going to address us exclusively. And if you look, family, that's exactly what they're doing now. When was the last time you seen a politician get away with that shit? When was the last time you seen a politician get away with it? Fuck to the no. Matter of fact, we gonna go there right here, right now, live on the Black AlphaCast. I love my FBA family tree with a passion. Let's do this. Let's address Stacey Abrams, aka Mammy Luther King, Kong. Mammy Luther King Kong just put out a statement. She put out a couple statements, as a matter of fact, and we gonna break them all down. Matter of fact, where my goddamn phone? We're going to read this shit right here live in the living color. Let me go through it. We're going to pull it up and we're going to break it down the real certified way. Okay, Stacey Abrams just put out a statement talking about how she supports reparations. Let's read it. Let's go. Hey, we're going to go here. We're going live. Let's get it. She says, why I said yes to reparations, but why they heard no. Stop, pause. Before we even get into it, Black folks was regulating that first motherfucking sentence. She didn't even get a sentence off without Black folks saying, bullshit. I seen a sister this morning, and the sister was like, I call bullshit on that. No, we didn't heard no. Motherfucker, you said no in a roundabout fashion because we know their whole blueprint. We know their whole manuscript. We know their whole fucking game. That's what I'm talking about. She was trying to pull that pivot, and my certified sister stopped her in her tracks. Did I not just say that a second ago? She was trying to immediately come out the gates. Man, well, I said I support them. Y'all just heard no. No, motherfucker, we heard what you said. Don't play no games with us. We certified in here. See, that shit may work on the candy, apple, butter biscuit crowd, but that don't work on the certified foundational freedmen crowd. As we proceed, she says, after we checked her first sentence, we bad. We some bad ass people. When we start checking motherfuckers' first sentence, she started off with the bullshit and we called her on it. Damn, I love us. She said, why I said yes to reparations, but why they heard no. And then in parentheses, she put, a not so brief thread on reparations. My track record attempts to distract you from what really matters. No, motherfucker, we ain't distracted. They always say that too. That like we're distracted. We just can't comprehend what you said. What you said is just so above us and we just can't really grasp it. No, motherfucker, we know what you said. What it really is that we're not distracted. We calling you out on your bullshit. We called her on the first 2 sentences. Okay, she said, I was recently asked about reparations in Athens. The sound is absurd, but I said yes to reparations. I always have. No, you haven't. I will never mislead black people by pretending this is easy. Yes, you have. I've had a whole convo about my position as well as what needs to happen next. No, you didn't. Here's the truth. For the most part of my life, I fought to deliver tangibles. She's using our words, y'all. Didn't we say they are terminology thieves? Didn't we say they spend time in these Twitter spaces? They spend time in all of our gatherings. They take our terminologies and they try to feed them back to us. Ain't that a motherfucker? Anyway, she started off by saying tangibles and she hashtagged it. So you know she was trying to highlight that shit. She's like, look, I talk like you guys. See? I say tangibles too. Back in the 80s, the motherfuckers be like, word up. I say word up like y'all. Back in the old days, they be like, man, that jive sucker. Any motherfucking thing that we do that they can make it look like they support us by using our words, they'll try that shit. These motherfuckers is weasels, scoundrels, low budget bottom feeders. But the jig is up and they better get used to it. Now, as I said, the jig is up. Following that, she says tangibles for black communities. Who? What black? I mean, what kind of black you talking about? You talking about that flat blackness shit again? That sound like flat blackness to me, y'all. That sound like flat blackness, exactly. She puts that verbiage in there. Now it's funny, you can sit back and you can see tangibles, our terminology. You can use reparations, our terminology. But I don't see foundational black American anywhere in here. I don't see certified American Freedmen anywhere in here. She didn't say foundational or Freedmen. She says black communities. And we're going to elaborate on that a little further. So she says she has fought to deliver tangibles for black communities. And y'all know that means flat blackness. That means anybody who flies here from another country in a different homeland. So basically tethers. She means tether communities, basically. Black means tether to them. That's why it's very important that we put foundational or freedmen on that term. Now, she says, and I deeply believe support must be earned. No shit. That's the thing, you ain't been trying to earn it. And these type of bullshit ass statements means you are not going to earn it because we see through it. She says again, black people have long been margins of progress and wealth generation in this country. There it goes, flat blackness again. As someone raised in the Deep South, my work has consistently focused on closing gaps and centering the needs of black people. No, it hasn't. It has not been about closing gaps for us. It's been about opening borders for everybody else. And that's some more bullshit that she's on. And following that bullshit, she said this bullshit. She said, 10 years ago, I launched an organization to increase the political power of black people and work to register 1 million voters in our communities to transfer the state of Georgia. So basically, you did some shit for the Democrats. Once again, tangibles is not voting. Fighting supremacy is not voting. Fighting oppression is not voting. The very fact that she thinks registering voters that vote for supremacists any goddamn way is some type of tangible progress for foundational black Americans, it shows you even further how much she is in a sunken place. She's in a democratic sunken place, and y'all know that's even more fucked up than a regular sunken place. Now, let me add this as well, because they love saying, as a person from the Deep South. Y'all notice that? Anytime you call one of these people out, they all say, well, I'm from the South. Clyburn tries to say he's from the South. That fucking Jesse fucking Peterson, I think he tries to say his people's from the South. I think Sheriff Clark, I mean, the biggest goddamn counterfeit Sambos you ever seen. When you call them out on their coonery, they'll say, I was from the South. My daddy was from the South. My mama was from the South. That always becomes their clout chasing. Like they think they earn some type of brownie point saying they from the South. You from the South, but yet you still out here tap dancing. You from the South, but yet you still out here counterfeiting. Don't tell me that shit. 9 times out of 10, when you press a politician and you start talking to them and they start saying, well, ask somebody from the South, that's basically their means of saying, I understands racisms. I would never be a sellout because, you know, I'm from the South and it's bad down there. If the South has affected Stacey Abrams so much, then how come all of her policies do not help black people down South? Okay, I'm in Georgia and I'm telling you right now, she don't do a goddamn thing for Georgia. As a matter of fact, she was going around meeting with every single other group telling them what she was going to do for them. Talking in different languages. She got around us and she was putting on them goddamn track shoes and wouldn't answer a single question. And here's another thing. My brother Autodidactic approached her personally and asked her about reparations. She didn't give that brother 1 second. So how come now she's talking about, I support reparations? The brother asked you, did you support him? And you didn't say anything. Matter of fact, she just walked away from my brother and went on and started talking to everybody else, telling them how she was going to do so many things for them. She is notorious for not telling foundational Black Americans what she's gonna do for them, but then turning around and telling every other group how she gonna give them every dollar, penny, quarter, policies. She tells you exactly, specifically what they gonna get, how they gonna get it. When it come to us, she can't answer questions. As a matter of fact, she showed up in Savannah, Georgia, and Savannah, Georgia is majority Black, by the way. She showed up to Savannah, Georgia, and started lecturing Black folks about Latinos. Listen.
But to get the population, Latinos are 10% of the population. The AAPI community is 4.5% of the population. But together we are 12% of the business revenue and 1.5% of the contracts. Make that math work.
See what I'm talking about? And by the way, y'all notice how when she kept talking, she kept trying to get like claps. She would try to do that. And then this, and this. And then nobody would clap. And then she was like, fuck, shit. She was out of her water because she understood. She's trying to sell this all lives matter shit to us. She's trying to sell this all lives matter shit to foundationals. And we not going for it because this is our time. And they shook and they scared right now. Going back to her little bullshit ass statement. And by the way, how come you didn't give this statement to the brothers and sisters who have asked you these questions repeatedly? We're not at a loss for asking these questions. So how come all of a sudden she comes out and starts saying this? Now, mind you, this is the same Stacey Abrams who said, I can't do anything for Black folks because y'all represent this part of the population. Listen.
Do you believe that Black people should receive reparations?
I believe African Americans and Native Americans are entitled to reparations. Native Americans are entitled to reparations. Native Americans are entitled to reparations. Native Americans are entitled to reparations.
You see? Checkmate. We got more. Let's keep it going. She says, as someone raised in the Deep South, my work is consistently focused, Okay, 10 years ago, I launched an organization, Okay, bullshit. And she's talking about transforming the state of Georgia into a blue state. So AKA, she's throwing in that Democrat terminology. Listen now, she's taking our words to try to get our attention, but yet she's throwing in there a whole lot of all lives matter policies and a whole lot of vote blue no matter who policies. This transforming the state of Georgia, basically she's saying to turn Georgia from red Republican to blue Democrat. That is not our problem. That's not our issue. That has nothing to do with us. You see how she slid that in there? Checkmate, calling it out again. She says, as governor, I plan to create a real tangible, there goes tangible again. She put it in hashtag again. She really trying to get us to focus on that. Once again, she's trying to say, I use y'all words. Look now, she putting that shit in hashtag. You know she be in our Twitter spaces personally. She says she's trying to create real tangible generational wealth in Black communities, and under Kemp, it'll take 100 years to close the Black businesses parity gap with majority firms. Okay, or we could just end all that right now with reparations for foundational Black Americans. So you want to talk about building Black firms and Black generational wealth. Family, what is more effective to generational wealth than reparations in the form of cash payments for foundational Black Americans? This is a damn she supports reparations statement. So she's talking about supporting reparations and she's talking about building generational wealth, but she's not connecting the two of them. That means that she's full of shit. That means that Mammy Luther King Kong is trying to con us. We see you, Mammy Luther. Mammy Luther, put the goddamn hot dog down. We see you. We understand what you're doing. You sitting here trying to talk that roundabout shit again. You're sliding in, transforming Georgia into a blue state, Democrat. You're sitting here talking about Black communities, flat blackness. You're sitting here talking about generational wealth, but you ain't talking about reparations. We see through you. Put the donuts away. I know they good. I like donuts too. But goddamn it ain't donuts over reparations. Get your goddamn mind right. She said she can close the gap by the time your preschoolers go off to college. I could close that gap overnight with reparations for foundational Black Americans, in which every single economist has stated that reparations would change the economic disparities and the economic deprivation that foundational Black Americans are subjected to overnight. And as a matter of fact, and y'all know this, the family know this, because we are all intelligent Black folks. We are very, very, very smart. Everybody knows that reparations for foundational Black Americans would actually stimulate the economy. Yes, it would. Economists have shown that reparations for foundational Black Americans would actually settle the economy and make this economy more fluid and function at a better process, opposed to the inflation that's going on now. Gas prices are $3 million. Reparations simply going back into the hands of the people who built this country would actually better this country. I know that. Every economist has known that. There's been studies right now. You can Google it today. I'll post it. You've seen study after study that shows how reparations for us would stimulate the economy. She's talking about beating Governor Kemp and how she can build Black businesses, but she ain't talked about reparations not one time. Moving on. The pathway towards changed lives and reducing the over-discipline of black children in our schools, decriminalizing weed, restoring free technical college and GA, and supporting HBCUs. Pause. Family, now I know I've been breaking this shit down, dissecting it, calling out every goddamn thing, but I got to really do some calling out right here because she said about 7 different goddamn lies from the jump. Now mind you, we started regulating this shit from the first sentence. I'm telling you, Freedmen been on this motherfucker. But let's break that down. She says she can reduce the over-disciplining of black children in our schools. Preschool to prison pipeline. How you gonna stop that, Stacey? You gonna stop that by not mentioning supremacy? Okay, because remember, supremacy is the main component of the preschool to prison pipeline. But you didn't mention supremacy not one time. You said you're gonna stop it. The over-disciplining of kids in our schools. Okay, well then who's gonna be held accountable? Who's going to be held accountable for the over-policing of kids in our school? Tell me who, Stacey. Say it. Oh, you ain't going to say that. You ain't going to go there. So you see how they'll walk to the cliff and they'll say some shit that sound real good. It look real fancy, but she don't want to cross that line because understand, in order for her to actually talk about the component that over-polices our kids, in order for her to talk about the component that contributes to the preschool to prison pipeline, that means that she would have to mention supremacy. And in this statement and in her whole political career, she's never used the term supremacy one time. Straight shield talk. But now to the biggest bullshit that she said. She said she is going to decriminalize weed. As a matter of fact, while she was meeting with all these other groups at their festivals, at their functions, talking to politicians in these other communities, she was busy going to a Young Jeezy concert where she delivered her opening statement that she will decriminalize weed. Damn. So basically what she's saying, and anybody who is associating decriminalizing weed as reparations for FBA, as tangibles for FBA, which is insulting, and that shows you exactly what they think about us. It's the same reason why Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton would sit down with Megan Thee Stallion and talk about WAP. Instead of talking about tangibles, instead of talking about policies, it's that same benign neglect, disrespect that Democrats have been putting on foundational black Americans since day one. And it's the same reason why we're breaking them chains and we're gonna watch that party fold. She's basically saying, y'all black folks smoke y'all weeds now. I know all of y'all are potheads, and instead of y'all really getting reparations, what you need to do is get decriminalization of weed. So she's basically saying, weed over reparations. That's what she's saying. So it's been WAP over reparations. It's been weed over reparations. It's been hot sauce over reparations, fish fry over reparations. And before some Democratic shield comes out and says, she ain't say that now. No, it ain't about what she said. It's about what she didn't say. If you make a whole statement claiming that you're talking about reparations and tangibles, where you put tangible in the damn thing 17 different times with a hashtag. If you make a whole statement claiming to be about reparations, but instead you're talking about decriminalizing weed, doesn't that mean that you prioritize weed over reparations? You are what you put your energy towards. If somebody comes up to you and they talk about something 99.9% of the time, but then 1% they talk about reparations, that means that 99% of what they was talking about is a priority to them. And what I see with the Democratic Party is hot sauce, fish fry, decriminalizing weeds is far more important to them than reparations are, because they don't give a fuck about reparations. Stacey Abrams doesn't give a damn about reparations. Joe Biden doesn't, Kamala Harris doesn't, none of these fake grassroots imposters who sit in on our think tanks, who come into our Twitter spaces, steal all of our words, try to remix them and feed them back to us. None of these people give a damn about reparations. None of these people give a damn about certified American freedmen. All they're doing is saving face so they can get votes. This is just another tactic of many where they can try to get votes. They don't give a damn about giving tangibles. They just want to get votes. And if stealing our words means that they can do that, then they gonna try to steal our words. If talking about hot sauce and fish fry and collard greens, as a matter of fact, shit, I forgot about that. Kamala Harris put collard greens over reparations. So that's goddamn collard greens, fish fry, and hot sauce all over reparations. You got a whole plate. This is the fucking Democrat plantation plate. They done gave us a whole plethora of food before they mentioned reparations. And by the way, I pretty much have broke down half of her little statement that she says is about her representing reparations. But yet, she hasn't said reparations not one time since the beginning of the statement. Didn't I say before? They know how to put black in the headline. They know how to put a hashtag behind tangibles. They know how to say reparations in the first sentence. But when you start looking at the details, you start seeing that the words that they put in the headline disappeared. The same way that she said she had a plan for black men, the same black men that she's trying to blame for not voting for her. Neither way, The same way that she said she had a plan for black men, and then when you looked at the plan, the word black man disappeared. They know how to put some shit in the headline. The headline is say, Freedmen. And then when you start looking at the goddamn paragraphs, it'll say people of color, minority, black and brown, no elision, open borders, immigrants come in, no reparations, fish fry, hot sauce, catfish, cat nuggets, all that shit. But nothing for us. Back to her statement. And oh, by the way, y'all notice she said HBCUs, right? Because would it ever be a Democratic statement? Would it ever be a Democratic black agenda without saying HBCUs or decriminalizing weed? They always run the HBCU game. And by the way, family, the majority of HBCUs now are being took over by tethers. Okay? So they don't have no problem with that. And by the way, Joe Biden actually sliced the funding for HBCUs. But they ain't talking about that though. Oh no, because that would mean you'd have to criticize Zaddy. And she's definitely not criticizing Zaddy, or she'd get called to Zaddy's principal's office and she'd get a race spanking. So she's not allowed to say that, because if she did, her career would be over. Because remember, a black Democrat is only there to trick black folks into voting for the Democratic Party. Once they can no longer trick black folks into voting for the Democratic Party, then they will be dismissed, outcast, and they will never have another career. Look at Roland Martin. Roland Martin's whole job was to try to get black folks to vote for the Democrats. It failed, and now he's on an internet live stream that gets probably about 35 people in his live feed. Hell, the new black media, we get all that on a Sunday. So you see what time it is when the shills can't shill no more. Moving on to the rest of her bullshit statement. And by the way, she has not said reparations again since the very beginning. But that's the con game. Then she follows and says she's committed to it while other candidates don't even see this as worth their time. That's funny, because when it comes to worth their time, she didn't have 1 second to talk to the brother who asked her about reparations. Raphael Warnock didn't have 1 second when Marcel Dixon asked him about reparations. And then on top of all of that, did y'all see that the Democratic Party has officially came out and said they don't support reparations? Straight up said it. Now, these little politicians that come out and do these little roundabout speeches and talking backdoor corners and make it look like they support reparations, try to make you perceive that they support reparations. But the Democratic Party openly came out and said, we don't support reparations. It's all over the place. They came out and straight up said it. Somebody needs to ask them and say, hey, Stacey Abrams, well, your party said they don't support reparations. Do you? See a fumble, stumble, bumble all over the place. So they can't sit here and say these issues aren't worth anybody else's time when they have a whole party that never has time for foundational black Americans. Never has money for foundational black Americans. Never has laws for foundational black Americans. Tangibles for foundational black Americans. Legislation for foundational black Americans. But they seem to find all of that for everybody else, including groups who aren't even American. Mind you, the Ukraine is getting billions of dollars. That right there is money that could be allocated to foundational black Americans. Mind you, people separated at the border by Trump are getting $400,000 apiece and living in Airbnbs. That right there could combat the homelessness that foundational black Americans are being subjected to from one coast to the other, where we represent 12% of the nation, but yet represent 65 to 70% of the homeless rate. Has anybody seen Skid Row out there in LA? That is by design. That is literally by design. It doesn't get like that by accident, not by coincidence, not by happenstance. You don't just wake up one morning and there's this homeless crisis that's facing specifically foundational black Americans, and not only in LA, not only in California, but throughout the nation. But in particular, let me touch on Cali real quick, then we're gonna get back to Mammy Luther. There was this whole situation that went out there in California where some members of these other groups were out there making racial slurs about foundational black Americans, and it was all caught on tape. The city council people, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Last year they went to an MLK Day parade. City Council President Nuri Martinez had some issues.
It's like black and brown on this float, and then there's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the float, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him.
Translation, little monkey.
They're raising him like a little white kid, which I was like, this kid needs a beat down. Like, let me take him around the corner and then I'll bring him back.
Let me point out a few things. First off, the play that you see happening out there in California with a lot of those racist other groups that are making those racial slurs towards foundational black Americans, that is a play that they're trying to duplicate all throughout the country. And I'm talking about the Democratic Party. The same group that they elevate out there are the same groups that Stacey Abrams is trying to cater to in the South, trying to cater to in the Midwest, and they're trying to cater to on the East Coast. Yes, it is. This is why they won't have one time to talk to us, but yet they'll go to all these other people's meetings, they'll go to all these other people's gatherings, and they'll talk to the big wigs in the community. They don't talk to rappers. Okay, when they go to that community that practices that version of anti-black racism, those people are being catered to by the Democratic Party all across the board. And let me say this as well. One of the reasons why we have to call this shit out is because them folks that was on that council meeting call and they were saying them racist slurs about foundational black Americans, a lot of them was the same folks with their hand up saying, ooh, let me sit in on your reparations panels. Y'all see who's trying to sit on them reparations panels out there on the West Coast? Y'all see exactly who's out there trying to dictate who got our reparations claims, who deserved our reparations money. It was the same folks that were on them city council meetings, which are the same folks that contribute to the homeless rate of foundational black Americans out there in California, which are also the same people that the Democratic Party strategically elevates above us. It is all one big play, and we see that shit for exactly what it is. That's why you got to call it out. That's why I'm glad my brothers and sisters out there are putting in that real work, and my brothers and sisters are out there really handling business, because this shit has to stop. Trust and believe. They'll sit there and call us every name in the book, and then they'll go on a panel and say, well, I believe that reparations should be for everybody. What about us? Y'all remember that American Cholo guy? Was saying we need to just boycott their reparations. They were openly boycotting our reparations. Think about that. They wasn't out here boycotting all the shit that's going on in their community. They wasn't out here protesting all the shit that goes on in their groups. They weren't out here protesting all the shit that they got going on with their goddamn self. They found time to not only just hate on our reparations claim, not only try to sit in on panels for our reparations claim, the other half of them said, shit, let's go protest them. I've never in my life seen one group protest another group's reparations. Foundational black Americans, we don't get up and say, let's go protest the money that the Ukraine is getting. Let's go protest the money that all the Afghan refugees got. Let's go protest all the money that they're getting down at the border. We don't do none of that. But yet folks was trying to do the same exact thing to us. That is because of the Democratic Party. You got to connect it all. That same shit Stacey Abrams is trying to pull in Georgia is the same play that she's getting from California, and she's trying to swing that shit from east to west. Understand that. And think about that as well. Family. On the West Coast, you had one group who was out there trying to stop our reparations. And then on the East Coast, you had another group who was trying to say that they created hip hop all in one summer. And all in the meantime, city councilmen are sitting there trying to reallocate funds and trying to redistrict foundational black Americans. And guess what? The Democratic Party sits back and does nothing. As a matter of fact, y'all seen the picture with Kamala Harris sitting there hanging out with the same lady who was caught making those slurs about FBA. And this is what I always say. I am not a person of color because people of color are anti-black. I am not a minority because minorities are anti-black, and I am not in no black and brown coalition because the black and brown coalition doesn't exist. But if the motherfucker did exist, it'd still be anti-black. FBA all day, bottom line, point blank. And the hustle and the con was to get us to go around for 60 years, start talking about these imaginary groups, these fantasy groups that don't exist, get black folks to start supporting these groups, and then they can use those same people within those groups to take us over, to replace us, to be elevated above us. And the Democratic Party are the number one facilitators of that. That's why Stacey Abrams went to Savannah, Georgia, as I said, and started talking about all those other groups. Raphael Warnock just came out and said how he's going to fight for the other groups. Barack Obama fought for all those other groups. Joe Biden said that those other groups built this country. Kamala Harris played like she was black for the whole election process, and then she went right back to that other group that she belongs to. Look at how all these other groups are viewed and treated, and look how foundational black Americans are viewed and treated. It is a vast difference, and it ain't like this by accident, it ain't like this by coincidence, and it damn sure ain't happenstance. It is a hustle, a con game, and it's a whole trick bag. Now, back to Stacey Abrams, because this ties in exactly what I'm talking about. This was the main thing that black folks noticed that she slid in her little statement. Mind you, she said it's about reparations, ain't talked about reparations since the title. Then she started hashtagging tangibles every third word. But then she slid this in, family. She says, quote, direct quote, other communities will no doubt also benefit from more fairness and equality, but directly tackling our issues shouldn't require denying others. What the fuck that got to do with us? This is the shit we talking about. This is the con game. This is the roundabout way. And this is why her ass is not going to win any political seat. This is why the Democratic Party is about to fold. And this is why foundational Black Americans are going to sit back and watch this shit happen. She slides in other communities and then made a whole statement. Well, we can't deny everybody else. And why would we do that? That's basically saying, play fair now, y'all. Y'all needs to go share that, because remember, foundational Black Americans are the only people who are expected to share policies with everyone. Those other people, they never share a goddamn thing with us. Have y'all ever heard any group get a law written for them and they put inside the law that they have to share it with us? Have you seen any policy written for someone else where they put in fine print that y'all got to share it with FBA? Have you seen any legislation written for somebody else where they put in writing that they have to share what they get with foundationals? Never. When those other groups get sanctuary cities where they can break laws and just go and get away with the shit, does that ever apply to us? Or do they tell us you should have just complied? Democrats say that when they write their little hate crime laws for every other group. Do foundational Black Americans ever get a piece of that? No, even though we are the number one victims of hate crimes. You know it's something when you the number one victims of something, but yet you last in line and getting a law that helps you for it. Ain't that a motherfucker? That's the Democratic Party. And mind you, they have been in office these whole times and have never did anything. Matter of fact, somebody name me one thing that they've ever done to advance foundational Black Americans, and you name me one law that they've ever written that has been specifically for us. Now, when you get 98% of the goddamn vote, and yet you ain't got 1% of laws for you, what the fuck does that say? Not only about the Democratic Party, but also the slave plantation Democratic voter. But every single time you see something written that is supposed to be for us, they have to include everybody else. And this is the con game. This is what Dr. Claude Anderson repeatedly preaches, how they try to add everybody else, you all, them, we, America, disenfranchised, people of color. They use those terms to dilute what is supposed to be meant for us. And in the process, when you look back on it 2-3 years later, you come to find out that if they gave 100 items away that were supposed to be for foundational Black Americans, we ended up with nothing. And them other groups walk away. How many laws have you seen in this country that were supposed to be written for us that you end up finding out 2 years later benefited everybody except for us? It's the same shit over and over. Affirmative action was written for foundational Black Americans, and affirmative action ends up helping W women. How the fuck can a law that's meant to be for foundational Black Americans to get some type of economic equality end up going to members of the dominant society? Get the fuck out of here. And that's exactly what she's doing. And family, they're going to keep doing that, and they'll never stop doing that, because that is the play that the Democrats will go down on. They will never ever stop using these all-inclusive terms. They will never ever stop spreading our resources with everyone else, taking our tangibles and handing them away and pretending that they want to support reparations. In reality, they want to write reparations for everybody else. And let me say this, fam, check me out. Let me rock. Let me say this. They have no problem with reparations. No, they do not. I believe that they will write reparations checks. They already have. But what they want to do is write reparations checks that is so diluted, so convoluted, that it goes to everybody except for foundational Black Americans. That's why I say reparations, O-U-R. That means for us, not all lives matter reparations. And that's what they're trying to attempt. And that's why foundational Black Americans got them shook right now, because we see the play. The very meaning of us sitting here having this conversation got them shook. The very fact that we see through the bullshit got them shook. The very fact that we can call this shit out has them shook. They would love to give us reparations and everybody else gets it, because then they could say, well, we gave it to y'all. The dominant society loves doing that shit. That's why they love symbolism. That's why the Democratic Party being at the forefront of that, they would always rather give you something they can point to that's hollow, that's empty. So they can say, hey, we did it for y'all now. And then they can get all the coons on the phone, and the coons can say, look what he did for us. Look at that right there and there. Don't they do that all the time, family? How many times do the Democrats give us nothing, and then all the coons try to sell it to us that it's something big? They get on that goddamn coon phone, 1-800-COON. D.L. Hughley picks a motherfucker up. Vanessa Jones picks a motherfucker up. Broken Buck Kari Seller picks a motherfucker up. Mammy Luther King picks a motherfucker up. And then they come to the Black community and they say, look what Joe Biden did for y'all. Well, what did he do? I mean, I can't see nothing that he really did, but it looks good. D.L. Hughley was just running around this motherfucker saying, Donald Trump pardoned some rappers. Joe Biden pardoned the block. This motherfucking guy is literally trying to champion Joe Biden as some type of hero because he made a couple weed offense laws. And by the way, if you look at the fine print, none of that shit affects foundational black Americans. It's a big nothing. It's like for federal weed charges, motherfuckers who ain't even got that shit. So once again, that's another hustle. I'm telling y'all, that shit was nothing. It was nothing. It was something that doesn't even affect foundational black Americans. And at anything, it's going to end up helping the dominant society. And they'll be letting a lot of them off the hook, while in essence, we still end up getting overcharged and overcriminalized for a bunch of bullshit. And D.L. Hughley was out here dancing the street. But don't they always do this? They start celebrating something that the Democrats did that ain't helped nobody. Nothing that we can point to that's actually significant. You seen Van Nessa Jones a couple months ago. He went on TV telling everybody all these things that Joe Biden did, and Joe Biden didn't do nothing. They went around and said all these things that Bill Clinton did. He ain't do nothing. They went around saying all these things Barack Obama did. He ain't do nothing. All they do is celebrate nothing, and they try to sell it to us like it's something. And then when we call them out on it, they go into their CWA, coons with attitudes. And then they start beep, 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 cussing and doing all that extra shit. Basically telling us we don't understand it. That's another play of the Democratic Party, and that's why they're breaking down. That's why they're folding, and that's why they're about to be out of business, and foundational black Americans are going to be the ones who evict their ass. We are the only lineage on the planet that they say, if you don't understand what we saying, it's just because you can't get it. It ain't never that we're intelligent people who see through their bullshit. It ain't never that we're intelligent people who know they lying, who don't go for what they saying. They selling that shit, we ain't buying. It can't ever be that. Not only do they talk to black Americans like we dumb by sending us fucking rappers and entertainers, by talking about hot sauce and fish fry, not only do they show their discontent for us in those areas, they also show discontent for us by every time we disagree with them, they throw temper tantrums. They always tell us, oh, y'all just listening to folks on the internet. Y'all Russian bots. Remember that shit? It's either y'all Russian bots, y'all too woke, there's an echo chamber, you didn't understand what I was saying. Stacey Abrams said, reason why I said yes and they heard no. It ain't never that we seen your bullshit. That's what it is. Roland Martin to sit here right now and get on TV and tell us that a lawsuit is reparations. He'll tell us that the Congressional Black Caucus, who ain't never did a goddamn thing, are some type of heroes in the community that deserve credit. They'll tell us that Barack Obama did all these things for foundational black Americans, but in every single category we suffered under him. They'll tell us that Kamala Harris is some type of black woman, some sister girl who's out here wearing Timberlands and smoking weed and listening to Snoop Dogg. And then they'll tell us that Joe Biden should be revered as some type of civil rights hero, and he's did so many things for black people. Even though he is the person on this earth who is most responsible for locking up foundational black American men, women, and children, separating the black family, and writing the notorious 1994 crime bill that not only did he take ownership of it back when he said it, that he takes full ownership over it today, and he says he does not regret it, and somehow black Democrats view him as Martin Luther King. The only people who view Joe Biden as some type of civil rights hero are black Democrats. Nobody else on the earth thinks that this man gives a damn about black folks. Hell, he said it. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. He said the great Negro. He said, y'all better learn how to work with Hispanics. To hell with y'all. I don't want my kids growing up in a racial jungle. Remember when he told that guy down in Louisiana, he said, come here, boy. This is what this man has said, but somehow, between what he has actually done, what he has actually said, and how the whole world views Joe Biden, the black Democrats view him completely separate. They got a goddamn picture on their wall right next to their W Jesus. It's W Jesus and Joe Biden. Get the fuck out of here. That's what we're talking about. Because the Democratic Shield operates in a whole different world, and that world is a world to serve supremacy. Remember, you always have to watch for supremacy, but you also have to watch for the minions of supremacy, the extensions of supremacy. As we talk about those other groups out there on the West Coast and the city councils, those serve as extensions of supremacy, minions of supremacy. Can't actually be, but they're willing to do all the work for them. That's exactly what it is. Look at Roland Martin. Roland Martin, he just went on one of those damn shows with Charlemagne and Angela, whoever the fuck, and DJ, whoever the fuck, all them clowns. He just went on one of their shows. And the whole time on their show, all he kept talking about was immigration. Because mind you, Roland Martin is non-FBA. He comes from a immigrant background. So you see what he's trying to push. He fits right in line with what the Democratic Party is trying to do in terms of elevating immigrants over foundational black Americans. That's exactly what it is, and Roland Martin fits that good. So he went in and did a whole interview, and he was doing all that slick talk, all that back talk, all that shit that Angela Rye be doing, all that shit that Joy Reid be doing, all that shit that Mammy Luther King be doing. The same exact play. Raphael Warnock, he do the back talking. Whenever you hear a Democrat talk, everything they say is going to be roundabout, in circles. It's never going to be a straight answer. You'll never get an A or B. You'll never get a yes or no. You'll never even get them to say us by name. Remind you, they don't say us by name. They call us what they want to call us. They call us whoever the fuck they can add on with us, but they'll never say foundational black Americans. They'll never say freedmen. Even though freedmen is on the book, they still won't say it. They'll say African American, minority, or nothing at all. They'll just start saying just people. Us as Americans, disparities, diversities, disenfranchised, all that type of shit. So Roland Martin goes on this show, and what does he do? The whole interview he's talking about immigration, and he kept bringing it up. They try to change the subject, he'll bring it back up. They'll start talking about something else, he'll bring it back up. You know he had his agenda, his orders that were given to him by his zaddy master, so he can go on there and push the immigration thing. And here's the kicker. He was trying to act like he was talking about supremacy. See, that's another thing these black Democrats do. They always talk all tough, act like they riding on supremacy, act like they calling out racism, and they really don't. They're the main contributors of it. They're the main minions on the payroll for it, the main operatives of it. But they always talk tough like they going in on supremacy. In their head, they really think that they Malcolm X. In their head, they really think they the Black Panther Party. Wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Softer than carnival cotton candy, faker than Lee press-on nails. But they'll get in there and they'll start talking about racism and supremacy and what we needs to do. But in their head, family, they think all the Republicans are bad and all the Democrats are good. The Republicans is the bad boogeymans and the Democrats is all the saviors. So anybody who thinks like that is really just caping for the Democratic Party, and really you just caping for supremacy. Those are the folks who do not want to ever accept that they're all anti-black, that they all don't give a damn about FBA, and they all practice supremacy. They still wants to keep a nice little warm pillow so they can still have Zaddy at the end of the tunnel. Because if they ever had to accept that all Karens are anti-black and all Kens are anti-black, then they wouldn't have anybody's boots left to lick, and we all know they are professional boot lickers. So Roly Poly, he goes on the Breakfast Club or whatever the fuck the show is, and he starts talking about supremacy and racism and the numbers and the dominant society, and he was half-assing that shit. He wasn't really going in. He was just trying to make it look like he was so he can get some type of black clout that he'll never have because it ain't in him. See, what he was really doing is he was talking about us. He was talking about our position on these immigration policies that undermine us. But he couldn't come out and say that because we know we would have ran his ass off the block, and he knows that as well. So he went into Democratic code speak, and he was low-key trying to diss. See, when it comes to immigration, they'll never say us by name. They'll make it look like they're talking about MAGA. But when it comes to the Democrats, they'll never say the W's by name, and they make it look like they're talking about us. They know how to get in that Sambo safe zone. Okay, to where they don't step out of line and get that 1-800-COON call. They're afraid of that. They're afraid of that shit. It's like hearing the principal's feet walking down the hallway. They scared of that. So they know how to play that line and they know how to toe that line, but we see through that line. The whole name of the game is not to mention us by name when you're really talking about us. That's the Democratic hustle. That's their main hustle tactic. So Roland was out there just bringing it up, saying we need to accept all these different groups, let everybody come on in. He was like, these are the statistics. Matter of fact, listen.
For nations to continue to be strong, you literally have to replace people, meaning you have to either birth more people or you must have immigration to be able to sustain a country economically. That's just simple math. And folks are hating that, but they don't want to deal with that. And their reaction to this is, that's why we hear these phrases, we're losing our way. Mm-hmm. Well, what does that mean? We're losing our culture. Well, first of all, what's our culture? We're losing what we know America to be. Well, what exactly is America to you?
Notice the words. Roland Martin keeps talking about immigration and replacing people. Y'all know he ain't talking about replacing the dominant society. Y'all know damn well. So who he talking about? Who he talking about replacing? Immigration, has to replace people. He ain't talking about the dominant society because he would never want that to happen because he loves the dominant society more than he loves himself. He loves the Democratic Party more than he loves himself because the Democratic Party is their religion. The Democratic Party is who they pray to. That is their savior. So you know he ain't talking about the dominant society. So when he's talking about immigration has to replace people, he's saying the same exact things that we say, is that the dominant society uses immigration so they can try to attempt to replace foundational Black Americans. Roland Martin says it, but he's doing like they always do. He's talking in a roundabout way and trying to sell it to us, but it ain't working. That's why his ass is beeping all the way out the goddamn studio. If you listen to him long enough, Democratic shills will give away all their con games. Now he sits there and says that's the math. But everybody knows, all economists know this, they know that the math actually shows that bringing in all these immigrant groups actually hurts foundational Black American medium household income. That's the math. What math is he talking about? Is he talking about the Sambo math that always adds up to kissing Zaddy's ass? That must be what he's talking about, because that ain't the real math. The real math shows that foundational Black Americans are the people who are hurt the most by illegal immigration, by bringing all these people in the country, and it creates a power vacuum where we lose jobs at the highest rate. Remember, the people who are at the bottom economically are always the people who are hurt the most by immigration. So when he sits there and keeps talking immigrant, he understands that that is hurting foundational Black Americans, but he has his orders by the Democratic Party, because he's a Democratic shill, to talk around all that and to sell us. That's what I'm saying. He was there to sell us immigration. He's not there to talk about the dominant society. Fuck all that bullshit fake tough guy talk that he's doing, because he is an operative of the dominant society. That's one thing these Black Democrats like to do. They like to serve the Democratic Party by acting like they're going against the Democratic Party. They got to act like they're us. We ride against the Democratic shills. We ride against the dominant society. We ride against supremacy. They don't. They got to put on a jacket, put on a mask, cosplay some type of foundational Black American revolutionary, but in reality, these folks ain't got a lick of revolution in them. Everybody out here who's talking like us, walking like us, and acting like us, they're only doing that so they can try to sell us some type of hustle. Nina Turner, we talking about you. Nina Turner running around here now trying to say reparations. She was never fighting for reparations. And when you press her on the question, she starts throwing in other groups. That is somebody who's in our think tanks, in our Twitter spaces, in our gatherings, gathering intel, being a terminology thief so she can sell us some bullshit all lives matter policy. It's the same thing Roland Martin's doing, where he's trying to sell us immigration. And he's trying to sell us immigration by acting like, oh, the dominant society's against it. That means we need to be for it. In reality, you're for the dominant society, you're for immigration, and you're against foundational Black Americans because you are a tether man. And foundational Black American certified freemen see through you, tether man. So you can roly-poly your ass to the nearest donut shop, Church's Chicken, Popeye Chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken, go get you a two-piece and sit your ass down, because this is certified foundational Black American affairs and you are not invited. No trespassers. And that's the name of the game, family. This is exactly what they do. They always have to talk about us but never mention us by name. That's exactly what they have to do. Speaking of people who pull that, let's talk about Raphael Warnock. Let's talk about Herschel Walker. Let's talk about that debate that happened. I seen it live down here in Georgia. All eyes have been on Georgia. The most pathetic debate I ever seen. The two worst candidates I've ever seen. Two black faces in low places. Because this man done pulled out a damn toy badge. Pathetic. This shit was a joke. But that's not even the saddest part about it, family. The saddest part about it is Raphael Warnock could not even beat Herschel Walker. Herschel CTE, I can't even talk without stumbling over my own sentences. Walker? If you can't beat Herschel Walker in a goddamn debate, a motherfucker who can't even finish the goddamn sentence, how the hell can you ever lead or be in any position of power? That shows you for what you really are. That is a bum politician, a failed politician, a Democratic shill who has nothing to stand on. Nothing at all. The whole world was watching that shit, and the consensus basically is that Herschel Walker won, and he didn't win because he's so witty. He didn't win because he's so charismatic. He didn't win because he can actually speak. He won because Raphael Warnock is so bad. But I'm going to break it down Black Alpha style, and I'm going to give y'all some nuances that maybe the team and the fam didn't catch, but I'm going to break it down real thorough. See, the difference between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker is this. The Republican Party, Herschel Walker, they go out there and they're not trying to be sneaky. They're not trying to be fake. They're not trying to be fraudulent. They are open, overt supremacist minions. He is a minion of the dominant society. He's got a job to do, and that's not to hide his anti-black racism. Yes, he's an anti-black black. He has no quarrels with hiding that shit. And the Democratic Party, on the other hand, see, they got to play this fake game. They got to pretend to be your friend. They got a job to do. They got to always answer questions and lie and maintain this type of fake cloak of buddiness, of being your ally, of being someone who's in your best interest. In reality, they're not. So when they start getting asked questions, Herschel Walker's just like, nope, we ain't doing it. Nope, ain't happening. Raphael Warnock, you can see him thinking. He was like, okay, I gotta answer this question, but I still gotta make it look like I'm with the blacks. You see all that, the blacks shit? You know what I'm talking about? They got to pretend that they're on our side. So every time a question was asked, Herschel Walker, who couldn't spell a word even if you wrote it out for him, he still had better answers because he wasn't lying. This shows you how bad the Democratic Party are low-budget liars. The fact that he couldn't even answer him, Raphael Warnock, because his first initial thought is how do I not get caught for being a fraud? That's the difference. See, when somebody's talking to you and the individual is trying to placate you and they're trying to play on your emotions, see, that's a job. That's a tactic. You got to be very concise with it. When you're somebody who's just out in the open with your hatred and your anti-blackness, it don't take no type of time. They'll ask Herschel Walker a question and immediately he already knows. Whatever he says is going to be anti-black and he's just going to say it. Raphael Warnock is trying to say, how can I be anti-black but make it look good? How can I be anti-black but put a jacket on it? Put a little ribbon on it and a bow tie. So therefore, he started stuttering, fumbling, bumbling. He was like, he started stuttering more than Herschel Walker. And we all know Herschel Walker couldn't spell a letter. Yes, family. Herschel Walker couldn't spell a letter. If you asked him to spell the letter J, he'd write down H. That's just what it is. But guess what? With his can't spell a letter, can't finish the sentence, can't barely speak CTE, having ass, he still was mopping the floor with Raphael Warnock. And the general consensus was that a lot of Democrats were very disappointed in Raphael Warnock's performance because he just got beat. I mean, when Herschel Walker's out talking you need to go back to the drawing board. I know the Democrats were throwing shit at their damn camera. They were throwing shit at their screen. They're saying, we done put all our money in this guy and he's getting beat by Herschel Walker. I mean, goddamn, these are the two worst politicians. That was the worst debate I ever seen in my life. Ever seen. And this goes to show you that the Democratic Party ain't shit. The Republican Party ain't shit. And foundational black Americans truly have to be independent. If we want anything done, we're going to have to either get it on our own or we're going to have to pit these two groups against each other and get it on our own. Because neither one of these parties are ever going to bring anything forth for us unless we force them to. And that's why I say the Democrats get 90% of the vote. Therefore, they will get 90% of the smoke. People don't like it. You ain't got to love it because that's what it is. So this whole debate was a farce. This motherfucker pulled out a toy badge. He pulled out a fucking toy badge, a Dollar General dollar store badge. The motherfucking plastic was shining from the lights. He pulled it out. Said, this ain't no prop now. I think collectively everybody watching that shit was laughing. Everybody was watching that shit laughing, thinking, what the fuck is this? But when you seen Warnock talking, what? He was sweating. He was nervous.
Because I work for Georgia, and I'm not going to be distracted about what Herschel Walker says about me. He doesn't tell the truth about himself. He said that he graduated from college. He didn't. He said he was valedictorian of his class. He wasn't. He said he started a business that doesn't even exist. And the other night when I said he pretended to be a police officer, he presented a badge as if that were proof that he really is a police officer. And now he wants us to think that he's a senator.
And that goes to the point that we're making, is that when somebody is trying to be covert all the time, trying to talk in circles and trying to still satisfy us, this gets exposed. And in a lot of ways, Herschel Walker exposed Raphael Warnock for exactly what he is. These are the Democrats who try to straddle the fence. They try to say things that the dominant society will still vote for, and then they still try to act pro-black so we'll like them. That's that shit Roland Martin be doing. Roland Martin tried to do that. He tries to talk tough and talk like he's one of us so he can try to get some clout on this side, but at the same time, he don't want to piss Zaddy off. Being in the position where you're trying to placate to us and be covert to us, but still get some type of acceptance for the dominant society, that is a low-budget, bottom-feeding ass place. And that's where all the counterfeits and all the Sambos live. Raphael Warnock definitely lives there, and he woke up the next day the laughing stock of the political world.
One thing I have not done, I've never pretended to be a police officer, and I've never threatened a shootout with the police.
Well, and now I have to respond to that.
We are moving on,
I
gentlemen.
have to respond to that. And you know what's so funny? I am with many police officers, and at the same time,
Mr. Walker, Mr. Walker, Mr. Walker,
When he
Mr.
said a
Walker,
problem
excuse
with
me,
the truth-
Mr. Walker,
when he
please,
said a problem
out of
with the truth,
respect,
the truth is
I
in
need to
here.
let you know, Mr.
Yes.
Walker, you are very well
Yes.
aware of the rules tonight.
Yes.
And you have a prop.
Yes.
That is not allowed, sir.
Yes.
I ask you to put that prop away.
Well, it's not a problem. This is real. And he said, I have a problem. I never
It is
worked with law
considered a
enforcement.
prop, Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You're very well aware of the rules, aren't you?
Well,
Aren't you aware of
he
the rules?
brought up the truth. Let's talk about the truth.
Thank you for putting that
Yes.
prop away.
And you should be. You should be getting laughed at every goddamn day, and you are. You're losing to Herschel Walker. This shouldn't have been no type of debate. This shouldn't have been no type of competition. This race shouldn't even be close. You're talking about Raphael Warnock, who was funded by the Democratic Party, who is the incumbent candidate, which means you already have an advantage, and you out here losing debates to Herschel Walker? This motherfucker is a first-time politician. He ain't been the principal of a middle school. Fuck that, he ain't been a teacher's helper in preschool. He probably didn't even go to school. Look how he talks. And you losing to this dude. Hell no, that's why the Democratic Party is pissed. They so pissed right now. They putting all this time, energy, effort, these resources, these dollar bills into Stacey Abrams, and she's flopping. They're putting all this time, energy, effort, resources, and dollar bills into Raphael Warnock, and he's flopping. And he's flopping in the worst fashion. They thought this would be a landslide. You know why? Because it should be a landslide. It should be. At least when it comes to Stacey Abrams, she's going against Kemp and the Good Old Boy Network. The problem with her is that she just does not connect to foundational black Americans. That's her problem. And to be honest with you, people outside of FBA don't fuck with her neither. That's just her. She's just a sloppy candidate. She backtalks, she backtracks, she doesn't say anything clear, she really has no presence. She's just a failed politician. We understand that. Raphael Warnock, you got everything going for you and you still losing. But do you know what this signals? Do y'all know what this shines a light on? This shows you that the reason why both of these candidates are flip-flopping and all over the place is because foundational black Americans ain't fucking with the Democratic Party family. We're gonna look back on this election right here, and this is going to be the election where we start to see that change. This is going to be the election where we start to see that foundational black American effect, that Freedmen effect. I'm gonna tell you why. Do you guys remember when they was trying to sell us that Joe Biden ran down Donald Trump in the election? We all went to bed that night in the election 2020. Donald Trump was winning in every single battleground state, every one of them. And somehow when we woke up in the morning, Joe Biden was in the lead. Let me tell you something, and I'll say this again. That election was a finesse, a big ass finesse. A lot of people believe it, and you starting to see these numbers come back in these midterms that is showing exactly the finesse that we was talking about. Yes, this is the same thing. If the Democrats flipped the state blue in 2020, but now in these midterms, everything is flipping back red, doesn't that kind of show y'all that that whole blue wave they was talking about was a finesse? That whole blue wave they was talking about was a con game? The day after the election, they was running around here saying how the state was blue for the first time in 100 fucking years. Stacey Abrams, y'all remember? Stacey Abrams was being championed as the person who changed it. She did it. She registered all those new voters. Black girl magic. Black women saved the election. It's a new day for the Democratic Party. Y'all remember that? That's what they said about the state of Georgia, which has always been a Republican state. Come on down to Georgia and you're gonna see it is Republican everywhere. This is the reddest state in the country. And all of a sudden, they try to tell us that Stacey Abrams flipped it and won it for Joe Biden. But Stacey Abrams hasn't even been able to win her own elections. Stacey Abrams has got mopped twice. She got mopped the first time and she about to get mopped up here real soon. How can Stacey Abrams be this person that they spent all this money on? They have all these $1 million campaigns about sending around the world. They made her the new Mammy Luther King. They was trying to promote her like she's some type of race connector. She puts all these different people together. She ran on the campaign of POC. She's this bright, shining new tool in the Democratic Party. She's the one who saved the election. They was trying to really put this woman in the history books. Go back and look at all the propaganda. Who y'all seen on television more? I'm talking about national television. Kemp in Georgia or Stacey Abrams? Stacey Abrams has been getting national coverage, not local coverage. If you see Stacey Abrams, people know who she is throughout the whole 50 states. If you put Kemp on the picture, nobody know who the hell that guy is. Don't nobody know who Governor Kemp of Georgia is. You couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Stacey Abrams, everybody knows who she is. She was getting national publications covering her. They ran this whole campaign that she was the new star in the Democratic Party. Hell, they've been grooming her for years. Remember that little girl that was singing at the inauguration, singing all those damn Negro spirituals and shit and all that bullshit fugazi nonsense? Do y'all know that they have a video of Stacey Abrams at the same age doing the same thing way the fuck back in the 90s? Yes, they've been grooming her. So you're talking about a grooming process that has went on for decades, and she still ain't won an election. Yes, they've been trying to groom Stacey Abrams for this position right here for decades. She even says it. Oh yeah, Stacey Abrams ain't new. Stacey Abrams is not new. Stacey Abrams has been around for eons. They put dollar bills on Stacey Abrams and they haven't got any returns for it because she hasn't won nothing. Y'all tell me the race that Stacey Abrams has ever won. What has she done? Is Stacey Abrams a senator? Is Stacey Abrams a mayor? Is Stacey Abrams a governor? Everybody ask yourself that question. You see Stacey Abrams all the time. Stacey, New Georgia, New Democratic Party, blue wave, all that shit. But y'all tell me right now, what's her job title? What's Stacey Abrams' job title? A lot of people just assume that she's some type of incumbent mayor or she's some type of incumbent governor or senator. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's never won any of that. Stacey Abrams has not. No, she has not at all. What is Stacey Abrams? Other than somebody who has been concocted by the Democratic Party, who has been bred by the Democratic Party, and who has been pushed to the front line of the Democratic Party to run this all lives matter on the state of Georgia and bring that same nonsense from the West Coast of elevating all these other groups above us, and they're trying to bring it down here. That's why. She is the all lives matter candidate. Barack Obama was the first one that did it on a national level, and then you have Stacey Abrams who's trying to do it on a more of a local level, and they don't fly down south. Let me say this for real, and I'm gonna say this all for real. A lot of those things that they're trying to practice in terms of all lives matter policies and trying to bring all of these undocumented folks to the south and trying to bring in all these other groups and tethers to put them above us, that's going to have a very, very difficult meeting bringing that shit down south. You can pull that stuff in California. You can pull that shit on some of them border places in Texas, but I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, in foundational Black American Freedmen South, where the cotton fields was, oh, you gonna see some consequences and repercussions with that shit. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy. You're not gonna have these other groups just coming over here being disrespectful of foundational Black Americans in the damn South. It ain't happening. You're not gonna have these other groups coming over here talking down to us and dictating shit to us. It ain't gonna happen. Let me say this. If that city council shit out there in LA happened in Alabama, happened in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Arkansas, Alabama, Virginia, anywhere in the DMV, oh, there would have been some problems. They would have stepped down immediately. Wouldn't have been, no, I ain't gonna step down. I'm gonna do what I wants to do. Fuck no, it wouldn't have been. You ain't getting away with that shit down south. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All my fam down south, y'all know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna say it like this, and there's some places in the Midwest you ain't getting away with that shit. The Mid-South, you ain't getting away with that shit. You can pull that out in California, where they are so comfortable with disrespecting us. You're not doing that here. So Stacey Abrams is being shown the fucking door because those policies that she thinks that she's going to implement, that they do out there in California, where she says we just going to openly take this group, that group, and that group and put them over the indigenous foundational Black American freedmen. No, that ain't working. And you see right now by her getting her ass whooped by Governor Kemp in this election that people ain't fucking with it. That's why we're going to look back on these two elections and see that this was the change that started everything. Everything started right here with this election. The finesse games, the hustle, the black girl magic that they was trying to pull, that our certified sisters rejected that shit. Our certified sisters, by the way, canceled all of that. You ain't seen them say black girl magic, black girl say the election. You ain't seen them say any of that because sisters put an end to that shit ASAP. And right now they're trying to blame black men because they know she's gonna lose. So the only thing they always go to is the gender divide when they have nothing else to stand on. And y'all see typically they do the gender divide after. They're already trying to do the gender divide now because they see what's coming. This is how goddamn desperate they are, family. I told you, they're already trying to blame black men for Stacey Abrams losing because black people do not fuck with Stacey Abrams. They sent out Al Sharpton, who holds no weight, clown. Motherfuckers ain't ever took him serious. Him always goddamn perm. He was saying, if you don't vote for Stacey Abrams as a black man, then you insecure and all that. Brother, insecure? Brother, you look like a bobblehead doll with a perm.
I literally have black men calling my radio show saying, well, we got enough black women in power. You know, Ketanji Brown Jackson's in the Supreme Court. We have Vice President Kamala Harris. I don't know if I want to vote for Stacey Abrams. Who would not be proud of Stacey Abrams unless you're so insecure as a man?
Sit your ass down. Go tell on somebody. Go snitch. We know you good at that anyway. You was snitching way back in the goddamn 70s. Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody worried about no damn Al Sharpton. Ain't nobody worried about him. Steve Harvey came out with his fake hairline having ass. He came out, fake Richard Pryor wannabe ass. And he was saying, if you don't vote for Stacey Abrams as a black man, you're this.
Hey, this is Steve Harvey, and I'm standing here with the next governor of the state of Georgia, Miss Stacey Abrams. And black men, I'm talking to you because I happen to be one of you, always have been. We got to show up and show out. Let's exhibit the power that we know we have, we possess, and we should be owed. Vote, vote, vote. Let's show up for Stacey.
He can sit his failed marriage ass down, okay, and go give fake ass advice to dumbass people who listen to you. It don't mean nothing when they come out here and say these things about FBA. We don't give a damn, and this is what we talking about. The Democratic Party feels they have ownership over black voters. Have y'all seen any other party blame and attack their own voters more than the Democrats blame and attack black folks? You've never seen anybody ever come after their own voter blocks. The Democrats don't do it with their other voter blocks. Have the Democrats ever came out and say that Latino men are bad for not voting? Or Latino women are bad for not voting? Have you ever seen the Republicans come out and say W women are bad or W men are bad? You've never seen anybody separate their own voter block by gender. You've never seen anybody scold and ridicule their voter block for not voting. And you've never seen anybody say, if you don't vote for me, you're wrong. They don't do this. No political party on the planet Earth does this other than the Democrats. And that is what we mean. The Democrats feel they have ownership over foundational black Americans. So everybody said, what about the Republicans and all this shit? The Democrats act like you belong to their slave plantation. Remember when all the celebrities were coming out telling black folks, if you vote for Donald Trump, how wrong you are? It was like a cardinal sin to not vote for the Democratic Party. Forget about Donald Trump. If you don't vote Democrat, they act like your ass broke the law because the Democrats are the slave masters. They have that slave master mentality and they believe black folks belong to them. They own them. That's their property. That's the difference between everybody. The Democrats feel that you're their property. They view not voting Democrat the same as not picking cotton. I'm telling you, that is what you get when you deal with the Demorats. Point blank, period. And that's why we expose their ass and call them out. They see what's coming. So when we sit here and we say no tangibles, no vote, when we say no reparations, no vote, when we say tangibles or else, when we say cream, cash reparations everywhere around me, you starting to see the effect of all of that. That's that Freedmen effect. You seeing it happen. You seeing it right now. There's no reason. Mind you, in 2020, they said that Georgia was going to be a blue state. They said Joe Biden came in, Kamala Harris came in, Stacey Abrams helped them out, and the state has changed forever. And you're looking all across the country and you're starting to see the same thing. The Democrats are getting their asses served in these elections by some politicians that the Republicans pulled off the street. These ain't even good Where the fuck did Herschel Walker come from? Who the fuck found Herschel Walker? Who put money in his pocket and said, you know what? I think Herschel Walker can beat Raphael Warnock. Come on now. When you get Herschel Walker and you're presenting him and then he actually starts beating an incumbent candidate that the Democrats have put millions of dollars behind, that shows you that the Democratic Party is in disarray and people ain't fucking with him, and you can thank us for that. Y'all know what I say right here on the Black Alpha Network, certified BLACK. I say that we gonna pop our collar, we gonna pat ourselves in the back, and we gonna give ourselves some goddamn shine. That's what it is. We don't center none of this in negativity. We center this in foundational black American excellence. We don't walk with our head to the ground, we walk with our head to the sky. So when we start winning and we start dropping some of them facts and some of them receipts, we're gonna put some of them W's in the air. We don't take no L's, not on this side, hell to the nah. So we're gonna point out everything that we do that has an effect on the whole goddamn country. And what we have right now clearly is an effect on the Democratic Party and on the political atmosphere that you see. We are making changes. We're making motherfuckers go back to the drawing board. We're making motherfuckers come up with a new script. That's why Stacey Abrams is sitting there on the internet talking about tangibles, reparations. She would have never had to do that before because they would have been using mainstream talking points. We done already ran the mainstream out the paint. The mainstream, the boule, the pastor, the reverend, they have no weight in foundational black American circles, not at all. And you're seeing the Democrats hold no weight in foundational black American circles at all either. And if you notice where the Democrats used to come to us and they used to talk down to us, they used to tell us what to do. Have y'all seen any, you ain't blacks? Have y'all seen any of that? I ain't seen it. I ain't seen that shit. Nope. Have y'all seen any Kamala Harris? No. Matter of fact, have you fucking seen Kamala Harris? Where is she at? Kamala Harris has went away. Yo, matter of fact, ho. Check, family. Check this out. Did y'all hear on the Bill Maher Show, which is a liberal think tank that is all about liberals all day long? That is liberal la la land. That is where all the anti-black liberals meet up. And they've said all types of racist, anti-black statements on that show, and the whole crowd to cheer. But did y'all notice a couple weeks ago on the Bill Maher Show, they said maybe Joe Biden shouldn't run in 2024 because he's 82 years old. And then they rebutted and said, yeah, maybe Biden should run, but he should drop Kamala Harris. News flash, breaking news, news alert, news bulletin at 11. Kamala Harris is under a lot of scrutiny in the Democratic Party because she's been failing as a politician. Y'all see that temperature getting turned up? Oh yeah, in liberal circles, a lot of those Democrats don't want Kamala Harris coming back because she ain't done nothing. She danced around, pranced around, and hasn't done anything for the Democratic Party. Ain't moved a needle. We ain't even seen her since what, springtime? She completely has disappeared. All the things that they put her in that position to do has failed. And who do you think's responsible for that? I'm gonna tell you who. The black grassroots. We are the ones responsible for Kamala Harris being seen as what she is, and that is a failure of a vice president, a failure of a politician. That is exactly why. We were the first ones who broke the news that she ain't really black. We're the first ones who broke the news that she was a con artist. She was in college listening to Tupac, yet she's 10 years older than Tupac. Okay, we called that one out. All her scams, we called out. Hell, we called her Scam-Allah. We called her Cop-Allah. As a matter of fact, we were the first ones to talk about how she was locking up black women for truancy, and then ran on the ticket that she's the blackest woman on the planet. She was acting like she was Coretta Scott King or Betty Shabazz, and you found out she ain't nothing but Cop-Allah. And then once we exposed that, she went down. She disappeared. Matter of fact, look, it's the same thing we always do. All them folks who was running around here talking about something, your ancestors died for you to vote. Where they at now? Where they at? Have y'all heard that? I'm talking about slogans they was just using 2 years ago. You don't even hear anymore. They don't even use the new slogans that they just came up with. They ain't got nothing. Everybody who want to have those dinner table conversations about how great Joe Biden was, they don't want to talk no more. They getting their goddamn dinner plate, going to their room. Black folks is in this motherfucker saying, oh, I thought y'all wanted to talk some politics. I thought y'all wanted to hold them accountable after the election. Have y'all heard that? Hold them accountable after the election? Vote blue no matter who. They don't say these things because we ran every one of those terms off the block. The beauty of us is that we don't just run people off the block. We don't just run groups off the block. We don't just run political parties off the block. We will run your phrases off the block. If you come up in here with some bullshit ass slogan, yes we can, we gonna run that shit off the block. When's the last time y'all heard that, matter of fact? When's the last time anybody heard yes we can? Think about it. Yes we can was supposed to be a term like I have a dream. It was supposed to be a term created by the dominant society to do the same thing I said earlier in the episode. To serve as that apple, to serve as that candy, to serve as them butter biscuits, to get black folks to calm down. That's why they would pull it out everywhere. Yeah, y'all remember? What about George Floyd? Yes we can. What about Breonna Taylor? Yes, we can. Trayvon Martin? Yes, we can. Sandra Bland, Rakia Boyd, Corinne Gaines, Eric Gardner, Alta Sterling, Freddie Gray, Ahmaud Arbery. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. That was their get out of jail free card. Anytime they got pressed on something, they say, yes, we can. And then all the coons of the world would say, see, now he working on things. And then start pointing a bunch of shit that they never did. Like I said, black Democrats got this thing of pointing to nothing and trying to tell us that it's something. We have called all that out. You ain't pointing at nothing and trying to tell us it's something. You're not pointing to a big empty sheet of paper and trying to tell us that it's tangibles. Fuck no. And we ran all your slogans and all your phrases off the fucking block. That's why they had to get on the phone and call Barack Obama to come on down and help the state of Georgia. Same way they had to get on the phone and try to get Kamala Harris to go help James Coon Clyburn when our brother Greg Marcel Dixon was putting in that real work. Matter of fact, when was the last time y'all seen Obama? When was the last time y'all seen Obama? You know why? Because the Obama effect don't work no more. Bringing in Barack Obama to come here and say, yes, we can don't work no more because yes, we can don't work no more. He don't work no more. Kamala don't work no more. We took both of those people that they put billions of dollars in. Trust me, they was trying to brainwash us for the next 100 years with them two. That was that first black. Matter of fact, first black's another thing we ran off the block. Goddamn, I'm running into new phrases that we canceled while I'm talking about the old ones we canceled. Barack Obama's name holds no weight in these streets. They can't send out Michelle because she don't hold no weight in these streets. So what do the Democrats really have? You had the old people, the Michelles, the Barack Obamas. They don't hold no weight anymore. Damn, show all the civil rights people. Matter of fact, rewind. Let me run this back. You can go back and I'm going to show you each generation on how we canceled them and they don't work no more. You can go back to the Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons of the world. Please, I'm going to try to not laugh when I speak on them. They hold no goddamn weight. Then you can go to the newer era when they try to feed us the Barack Obamas and the Eric Holders of the world. Remember, these are all the first blacks. These are all the black faces in Democrat places that they try to put money in so they can keep black folks calm. These are basically just human butter biscuits. All right, that's what these folks are. They're all human butter biscuits. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Barack Obama, Eric Holder, they're all just human butter biscuits with the intent on trying to stifle foundational black American progress. None of them work. Ran them all off the block, and then they try to usher in a new era of the Kamala Harrises of the world. Don't work. Raphael Warnocks of the world. Don't work. Stacey Abrams. Don't work. Ketanji Brown Jackson. Don't work. Wasn't that like the most who gives a fuck first black that they put in front of us? And same with that press secretary, whatever her name. I don't even know her fucking name. What is the name of that press secretary? The one that's married to the W lady. Who the fuck is she? She's a non-FBA, somebody else that they're trying to tether into positions and trying to tell us that it means progress. That symbolism is gone. Symbology don't work. We don't give a fuck what rapper, what dancer, what singer you meeting with. That shit don't work. Black folks back in the day would throw parades for this shit. They would literally be out here in the streets dancing over some big ass symbol of fake progress. That's all they would do. We don't give a damn about that. That's why it is so important to always say tangibles or else. If you ain't talking tangibles, then you ain't talking nothing. That's what it is. We're more concerned and we're more moved by tangibles, policies, legislation, things that are real, that actually exist, than some fucking rapper who got one goddamn song that's probably trash any goddamn way, getting a meeting to the White House. As I said, when you look at the entertainment aspect, Lil Baby, the rapper, has had more meetings with politicians from Stacey Abrams to Kamala Harris than Dr. Claude Anderson has, than any black economist has. Name me one. When you got rappers that are starting to meet with politicians more than economists, more than political strategists, then you got a big ass problem. And guess what? We've called all of that out. So when you go through all the human butter biscuits, all the fake symbolism, all the fake first blacks, the yes we cans, and whatever fucking slogan they try to run with, the black girl magic, all of that, we have took all of that and we've rendered it useless. And that's what happens when you have a real freedman strategy. And if you look right now, as I said, this election is highlighting everything. This is gonna be the first one we look back on, fam. This is gonna be the first one we look back and say, we at the black grassroots completely dismantled the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, or any politician who comes at us on that bullshit. It does not matter. This is what happens when you stand on your square, when they cannot knock you off your pivot, and you let the whole world know it's gonna be reparations over everything and no tangibles, no vote. And they know it, trust me. They have posters who look at all the statistics and look at all the populations and the electoral, and they see the coming trends. It's called a trends forecaster. And them motherfuckers forecasting is seeing a whole lot of dark, cloudy skies coming from the Democrats. Yeah, they see a whole lot of bad storms rolling in. They better lock their motherfucking doors, tighten up their goddamn windows. They better put some storm covers on that motherfucker, because we're gonna bring that for real. And that's what they're gonna have to deal with, because the benign neglect days are over. The con games are over. Trying to talk backwards, trying to talk in sideways, rectangles, that shit ain't going no more. If you come at us and you're not speaking exactly what the fuck we tell you to speak, see, that's the difference. When they go to other communities, they speak to those people by what those people want to hear. When they come to us, they tell us what we want to hear. And then if we don't go for it, they try to say, well, you just don't get it now, or you needs to vote. Matter of fact, y'all tell me the other person in these other communities who's the equivalent of the Angela Rye's, of the Joy Reids, of the Roland Martin. Y'all tell me these Democratic shills in other communities that go around, wag their finger, get mad, and try to shame folks for not voting for a party. Name me one. Angela Rye was running around saying reparations talk was about Russian bots. Joy Reid says, you just don't understand what I'm saying. Michael M. Hotep, with the emphasis on Ho, he was running around here talking about it's an echo chamber and they just too stupid. Roland Martin only cusses when he's talking to black folks. He sat down with Richard Spencer and he wouldn't even say he was a black man. But you show me another community's version of those people. Show me another community's equivalent to those folks, where you have people who just run around and try to shame folks for not wanting to vote for one party. That ain't nothing but the house Negro coming out there and getting mad at you because you ain't trying to pick cotton, because you're trying to get off the plantation. Remember, somebody who has a slave mind is always going to be mad at the person who has a free mind. And that's what we deal with. We deal with a bunch of folks who never left the plantation, and the Democratic Party and the Republican Party gives them an opportunity to still be on the plantation for massa. That's all it is. When everybody else got off the plantation, when everybody else freed their damn selves, and we became American freedmen, they still stayed as slave men. And they're going to stay slaves forever. All the Democratic Party does, it provides an opportunity for all the black folks who never want to be free, who always want to be next to Zaddy, always want to be next to Karen, always want to be next to Ken. That mentality of the house Negro never left. It never left. They ain't nothing but folks who want to stay on the porch. They ain't nothing but folks who want to stay in the house, the attic, or the basement. That's the what's the matter, boss, we sick. And they've been asking what's the matter, boss, we sick for the last 400 years, and they're gonna say it for the next 500 years. Only difference is when they start saying that shit now, certified black American freedmen ain't going for that shit. And you and Master gonna be sick in your own goddamn spot, and that's gonna be on the corner like it's motherfucking trash day, because all those Democratic games don't work no more. The Democratic shield can't show their face around us no more. All them folks who was trying to say, y'all need to vote now, all them family members that people was telling me about that would get mad at them because they don't want to vote for Joe Biden, that act like it's our damn birthright to vote for the Democrats, that literally sit here and tell us that our ancestors died for us to vote blue. That's the shit that they be on. And y'all know that shit don't work no more, that shit don't go no more. And I'm taking full enjoyment in watching the Democratic Party crumble down. And it's all crumbling down because us, the number one voter block for them, they've never did anything for. They should in essence be the most loyal people in the world to us. You're talking about black folks, grandmas, grandpas that have been loyal to you and giving you their blind vote for 60 years through all strife and all types of things, and you never gave them one thing. And instead, in the process, you're elevating other groups above them. So when people come around and say, well, man, the Republicans ain't no good, let me tell you the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats. I'm gonna say it like this. First off, one person gets 90% of your vote, so they need to get 90% of your attention. We been knew the Republicans ain't shit, but guess what? The Republicans don't try to hide it. The Republicans will come out here in these streets and tell you, you ain't getting nothing. All right? And like I said, I like supremacy served nice and cold. I don't need it to be warmed up in the microwave with no sprinkles on it. Because when you put sprinkles on racism, black folks start going to sleep. All right? I need it nice and out there in the open. One person comes to you as your friend. One person is out here trying to deceive you. One person lives off the art of deception. One person to sit there and go to your church, dance, and tell you all the things he's gonna do for you, and in the meantime, he's gonna put something in your back. The other person, he don't even come around. So you better start dealing with the person who's right there in front of you. You better start dealing with the person who's lying to your face, and you better start dealing with the person who's trying to wait for you to turn your back so they can backstab you. That's who you better worry about. And that is why we focus on anybody who comes on this side of the fence and talks that bullshit. If the Republicans came over here, then they gonna get that Freedman work. And we gonna check them from across the fucking street. But guess what? The Democrat likes to trolley his ass over here, send in his goddamn Roland Martins, send in his Joy Reids, send in his Buck Kari Sellers, send in his Van Jones, send in his Barack Obamas, and they try to attach our existence with their party. See, the Republicans, they don't attach our existence to their party. They don't run around here and say your ancestors died for you to vote for us. They don't run around here and say if you don't vote for us, you vote for the oppressor. They don't run around here and say vote this no matter who. They don't run around here and say your life depends on this election. This is the most important election of your lifetime. When have y'all ever heard a Republican say that? Never. Because we know they ain't shit. It's a difference between when you know a motherfucker ain't shit and then when you trying to figure out if somebody ain't shit. See, when it comes to us, we know both these motherfuckers ain't nothing. But when you start talking about the greater community, a lot of folks still ain't wrapped their mind around that the Democrats are just as bad as Republicans. And that's the problem. That's why they don't like us. We see both the motherfuckers as one and the same. I see a Democrat and I see a Republican as the same political party. They both are race brothers who serve the dominant society and serve supremacy. Only difference is one keeps his ass across the street and one likes to come on over to my yard. And when you come into my yard, you're in the big dog's yard and you better stay your ass on your porch or it's gonna get real out here. And that's the difference between two of them. The Democrats will run around here and literally look in the paper and find out what black person was harmed by a race soldier and put that black person's face on a campaign slogan. Yes, they do. If you look, was it the Republicans out there hijacking the George Floyd protests and using this brother so they can get votes? Was it the Republicans out there hijacking the Breonna Taylor protests so they can use this sister and get votes? They used Trayvon Martin to get votes. Remember, Barack Obama comes out and says, he could have been my son. If he could have been your son, how come you didn't write a law? Exactly. They literally use the pain and suffering from foundational black Americans so they can get votes. You mean to tell me that's the same as the Republicans? Fuck no. You got somebody running around here always saying, we's gonna save you, because that's all they do. The Democrats use emotion from slavery, from anti-black racism, just so they can weasel some votes out of black folks. I'm telling you, they go to a whole different level. Malcolm X was talking about this in the 60s. Malcolm X told you that the liberal was far more scandalous. He told you that the liberal was far more sneaky and deceptive. And you're best to worry about that person right there. Like I said, you want to G-check the Republicans? I can G-check they ass from across the street. But you better be worrying about the guy who's trying to sneak into your house right now. That's the Democratic Party. To keep it 100, I'm gonna give you the best example. The Republicans are like those people who know they better not fuck with you. They know they better not cross that line because they know better. They know you ain't going for none of that shit. The Democrats, they're like the motherfucker who's always trying to sneak this. They're the motherfucker who's always sending subliminal shots. They're the motherfucker who's always trying to low-key test you, backhand, undermine. Like we said, everything they do has got some deception on it. That's the difference between the two of them. The Republicans know what time it is. They know they'll get G-checked quick, fast, and hurry. Shit, we've been G-checking them quick, fast, and hurry for a long motherfucking time. The Democrats now are just starting to catch their wreck because they've been doing them sneak disses, those sneak shots, trying to use our oppression, trying to use our struggle so they can get some votes, trying to con us. And in the process of doing all of that, what are they doing now? The Democrats are starting to shift into more of a Republican mentality. That's why you have the alt-liberal, the alt-democrat. What is that? That is the person who realizes that foundational black Americans ain't fucking with that party. So they're going to slowly start sounding much more like a Republican. Why do you think Joe Biden's here now? Joe Biden ran off of racism more than Donald Trump did. Because if you look at Joe Biden's track record, he has far more racial comments than Trump did. A lot of folks that was fucking with Donald Trump was fucking with Joe Biden. A lot of people ain't gonna tell you that, but we gonna tell you that. So the best part is, and this go to all the Democratic shills, you're best to start checking the Democrats now, because in the next 5 to 10 years, the Democrats are gonna slide in all of their other groups, use them as their new voter block, because they're trying to replace the black voter block, okay? They're trying to get all of them in here right now so they can start sounding more Republican. In about 10 years, you won't know who the difference between a Republican and a Democrat is, so you better start G-checking them now. Oh yeah, the Democrats are gonna slowly start to become more overt with their supremacy. You see it with Joe Biden. Why you think they've been trying to replace foundational black Americans? Why you think they've been trying to bring in all these new people? That is because they want to just get open with it. They want to go on and say, we gonna be overt as hell. The first black, it ain't really working anymore. We ain't getting no returns. Look at Stacey Abrams. She's losing. We put all this money in this black woman and she can't do anything. We don't need that anymore. Raphael Warnock, don't need him anymore. Barack Obama, we literally put billions of dollars into him to make him some new type of shining star that can confuse black folks and make them docile and lazy for another 50 years. That ain't work. Barack Obama's game really only worked for about 8 years, and it doesn't work anymore. And now he's in Chicago making books that nobody reads. Kamala Harris, they put all this effort into her. They made her vice president, and she only came around for about a year and a half, and now she don't show up no more. Everything they're doing, from Barack Obama all the way down to the lowest Democratic shield on CNN, it has no effects on the foundational black American grassroots. And that has them in disarray, and that's got them shook to the point where they're having meetings right now. And they're saying, listen, it's about time we just go ahead and make that pivot and go complete into overt supremacy. That's what you're going to start seeing. You're going to start seeing the fusing of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. You're going to start seeing the overt and the covert combine. And you ain't going to be able to tell who's red, who's blue, who's liberal, who's conservative, who's Democrat, who's Republican. Y'all think when they do that shit out there on the West Coast, they give a fuck? Look at the West Coast. If you want to see the play of what it looks like when they got a whole bunch of other groups and foundational black Americans are low-key, look at the West Coast. Look at them. Look how they were out there open as fuck with their racism. They weren't playing no fucking games. They weren't out here trying to trick nothing. Hell to the nah. Them city council people were saying, man, I'm going to do what I want to do. Shit, Zaddy said he going to protect me. Yeah, you see the fucking play. The play ain't far. The play ain't that hard to see. It ain't across the street, around the corner, up the block. You can see it right in front of you that the Democratic Party wants to duplicate what they've been doing on the West Coast and bring that shit all the way to the East Coast, to the Midwest, to the South, so they can have a whole new era. And what's that new era? That new era is an open, overt, supremacist Democrat, where they quit playing the games. They keep trying to feed you the first blacks, because when they see that shit ain't working, they go to the drawing board and say, what can we do now? And somebody's in that room saying, man, I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to just do what the Republicans do. It's working for Herschel Walker. You know politicians gonna do it work. It's working for Herschel Walker. Come on, why play? They see what's working and they see what ain't working. We're making the Democratic Party have to shift. Trust and believe. If black folks was out here coon tap dancing all over the fucking place, then you continue to get the same ass Democratic Party. The fact that we're codified, the fact that the black grassroots is wrapping circles around the black mainstream, they ain't getting no return for their money. They ain't getting no return for their cooning. They ain't getting no return for their Democratic shields. It's making them go back to that drawing board, and they're saying, why don't we just act like the fucking Republicans? Joe Biden's been running around here as an open racist for years, and it worked for him. Democratic shields, they're out here wagging their finger at black folks, doing all that nonsense. They're getting to the point where they're becoming more and more overt. And I'm talking about the Democrats. Everybody says that the Republicans are overt and the Democrats are covert. Well, guess what? Us being codified, us rejecting them, us continuing to watch them lose election after election after election because we don't vote for them is going to make the Democratic Party say, you know what, man, we're going to be on some Republican shit. In about 10 to 15 years, the play is for them to drop all that fake shit, to drop all that fake friend shit, to quit trying to deceive black folks and just say, let's act like Republicans. Now, when it comes to other groups, all those other groups that they bring in, they're going to maintain being covert to the POCs. They're going to maintain being covert to the minorities. They're going to maintain being covert, being snakes and fake friendly to all of the black and brown coalitions. They'll take that shit onto them. All the games they play with us, they'll start doing that to the other groups. But when it comes to foundational Black Americans, they're gonna be sounding just like a goddamn Republican from Mississippi. Trust and believe, you're gonna start seeing Democratic shields from way the fuck up north, way the fuck out on the West Coast, and they're gonna be acting just like some Republicans from the Deep South. All that shit where the Republicans is the bad ones, the Democrats is the good ones. Or all the W's down south was the bad ones and all the W's on the West Coast is our friends. That shit about to get turned upside down. That shit about to get turned upside down. But that's what happens when you codify. And I say bring it. That's a good thing. Basically what I'm trying to tell you is not only did we break the Democratic Party, not only did we break Democratic shields, we're making these motherfuckers come up off of their fake sneak hustle game. That's what it is. They can't hustle people no more. What is the use of them always trying to hustle us and con us with that fake friend shit when we know that shit ain't real? When we don't go for it no more. That shit only works when you got a willing participant. Back in the old days, it was fine for them to be fake friends with foundational Black Americans. It was fine for them to act like they was our allies. That shit don't work no more because the very reason that we're having this discussion right here today, right now. We call out everything they're doing. They're not big into losing millions of dollars trying to be fake allies, family. They're not into losing millions of dollars trying to be fake allies, family. When they start seeing that them millions of dollars are trying to convince us that they're our buddies and they got our best interests, ain't working no more. We keep saying, fuck that, reparations. Fuck that, tangibles. Fuck that, cash payments. They gonna say, well, goddamn it, the Republicans don't have to do that. We out here getting our asses whooped by Kemp and by Herschel fucking Walker. Trust me, when they see the foundational Black Americans are dealing with the Democratic Party so little that a guy like Herschel Walker can leave the football field and walk to the Senate podium and beat Raphael Warnock, who they've put money into, that rings some alarms. That rings some alarms that they ain't working no more, and you could thank us. It's a good thing. It's a damn good thing. When the Democratic Party starts trying to act like the Republican Party, that means certified foundational Black American grassroots has won. That means we don't have to deal with the snakes no more. That means we don't have to deal with the fake friends and the fake allies no more. They just got to the position where they're saying, well, fuck it, we're going to be out in the open. And they're going to fail being out in the open the same way the Republicans fail being out in the open. And the next thing that you're going to start to see is foundational Black American independent political party, which is what it should have been from day one. So basically, this is the good W's. I'm on the Democratic plantation because it's a safe place. All that shit is about to be over with because we have ran all of their fucking shields out. We have ran all their fake allies out, and we have exposed them for what they really are. These are motherfuckers who claim to be your friend, but really they're your foe. And once a foe is exposed, they have no means of ever going back to it. They can't do that. We can't expose them as fake allies and then they just do a circle and try to go do it again. It won't work. And they know it won't work. So the only thing left for them to do is to start taking on a Republican aspect. And then they're going to slide all that bullshit off onto their POC crowd. And let me tell you about that POC crowd. Oh yeah, their POC crowd is very accepting of it. Because they love being next to Zaddy. Oh, they love proximity to the dominant society. Mind you, all these people come from their homelands where they want to be W's anyway. And once they get here, they got to get next to a W. So when the W Democrats start talking down to all their POC buddies are cool. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the main reason why they bring these people in. Because foundational Black Americans are the only people on this planet Earth who has consistently fought supremacy. Every other tether, POC, Black and brown, no elition who comes in, they're very friendly and they're very docile, which makes them the perfect puppet for the Democratic Party. Look how they get along out there on the West Coast. Oh yeah, they get along perfectly fine because they have a deal. They struck a POC deal with the Democratic Party. Oh, we got receipts. The same way when they come here at the immigration office, they get that talk on who to deal with, who not to deal with. That's the same exact thing that goes on when they start elevating these people to these higher groups out there on the West Coast. Look at it. Look how comfortable them city council folk were saying all those things and doing all those things to foundational Black Americans. They were so comfortable and cool with doing what they were doing because the Democrats have protection for them. That's why they were selected. They were selected to carry out a mission of disrespecting FBA so they could be extensions and minions of the dominant society. Did one Democrat ever come out and denounce this? Did they? Nah, but remember when that Tommy Tuberville guy said reparations is bullshit? Remember when that happened? Every single Democratic shield, every single Democrat came out and said, oh, those evil, bad Republicans. But yet you had folks out there on the West Coast that were literally calling Black children monkeys, and they didn't say a goddamn thing about that. So you called out Tommy Tuberville, the Republican, for being racist, but you didn't call out the city council people who were far more racist and had far more control. Tommy Tuberville is nobody. He's like a fucking junior senator or some shit. You had city council people who were redistricting Black folks saying all types of shit, which reflects the homeless rate of Black folks in California, and not one Democrat came out and said another thing. You know why? It's because those POCs are their minions. Yeah, and they'll only admit to racism when they can dump it off on a Republican. They'll never admit to their own racism, and they damn sure won't ever admit to the racism from the black and brown coalition, because that black and brown coalition are their partners that are coming in to serve a mission, and that is to help them replace foundational black Americans. That is what you do. You want to know what a black Democrat is? It's a person that thinks racism only exists in the Republican Party. They think all the Republicans are bad and all the Democrats are good. We done said it. It's pathetic. Super pathetic. And there's another thing. Remember when that W boy came out and he said some shit like he was being teased in school and they were bullying him, and he was like, they make fun of my nose and they were saying these things about me, and all these damn black celebrities were coming out and saying, oh, stand good, little Timmy. Oh, here's $20, little Timmy. Plies, all the fucking rappers and entertainers, for no reason at all, just started making videos telling the little boy, stand up tall. And then remember, we found out his mom was an anti-black. So all them celebrities that was coming out talking about, we got your back, little Timmy. Come to find out, little Timmy's mom, Karen, was an anti-black racist. And they was loving them. Have y'all seen any of them come out and offer support for some of them black children that were being called those racial slurs? Not a goddamn one. It's the same ones who never come out and say anything about reparations or anything about tangibles. Silence as usual. And the reason why they're silent is because they have a deal with the Democratic Party to protect all those POCs. And POCs out there are protected, y'all. I'm telling you, I've been out there, and all my folk out there on the West Coast know what I'm talking about, or any of these places where these folks are. Those people, those tethers, those POCs, they're very, very protected. That's why they're so arrogant. Look how arrogant they were. That lady was like, nope, I ain't stepping down. She just told you she wasn't stepping down. She's like, I ain't stepping down, worth nothing. Fuck no. W. Zaddy promised me I could do whatever I want to do to black folks and he'd protect me. They was arrogant as hell because they had Zaddy protection. They had Zaddy protection. They get that talk. They get told, y'all can do this to foundational black Americans. Y'all can do it in the street. Y'all can do it in the political world. And whatever happens, we will help you. Trust and believe. All the folks on the West Coast, all the folks down in Texas, everybody has known what has been going on with our people out there. Everybody knows. As I said, that shit ain't going on down south. I'm gonna tell you that off rip. That ain't going on down south. Everybody knows the South is the FBA Mecca. I'm gonna say that one more time. The South is the FBA Mecca. You ain't out here assaulting black folks and getting away with that shit, and that shit just gonna slide away. Fuck to the no. You gonna have real big problems trying to pull that shit down in the dirt. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Out there, oh man, they don't give a fuck. Y'all seen that lady was arrogant. She was conceited. She told you she wasn't gonna step down. Only time she stepped down is when she said something about another group, and then she stepped down. But in terms of us, she ain't give a fuck. She caught literally talking about us and breaking the law by her job, and she said no. And that's the same thing that happens when they harm us out there in them streets. Them POCs. Oh yeah, the POC race soldier. The POC race soldiers in full effect. You see it down in South Florida. George Zimmerman, a POC race soldier. And y'all know down in South Florida, the POC population is very heavy. South Florida is not like South Georgia. It's not like South Carolina. It's not at all. You feel me? Y'all see a whole difference of where foundational black Americans are heavy, and then you see where POCs are heavy and how they're being elevated above us, and they get that Zaddy protection. That Zaddy protection we were just talking about. That's why them folks out there in California don't give a damn. Matter of fact, I want y'all to listen to this. Telling folks what's going on in California, and he's saying the same exact things that a lot of brothers and sisters been saying about California, but don't nobody listen. So when you see Stacey Abrams run around here and cater to all these groups out here in the South, this is the type of environment that they're trying to create countrywide.
Being black, we don't have any illegal aliens to side with that's going to give us power, but the Hispanics do. And then it became with the Black Caucus, well, wow, look what's happening. But if we speak up now, we'll sound like the white Republicans, so we better not. So it went from get whitey to maybe they'll vote for us to, wow, the water's boiling. Jamil Shaw is a very tragic case. We've got other cases, Highland Park, where 3 or 4 blacks were killed just for being black. Canoga Park, where the LAPD gave a vocal warning to black folks, do not go to Canoga Park because your life could be in danger. Harbor City, man was walking his dog to the grocery store one evening. A Mexican guy shot him in the back because he was black. The young girl, 204th Street, was killed because she was black. My point is this. There are sections of Los Angeles where blacks cannot go. If a black person goes to East LA and tries to buy a house, they will kill him. They will burn him out. It's happened. But there's Hispanics living in all the previous black projects, the Jordan Downs, Nickerson Gardens, Imperial Courts, Pueblo del Rio. All of these projects, housing projects, that were once 100% black, now are 50-50, and no Hispanic has been attacked because he was Hispanic. My point is, there's a place where we can't go, but there's no place they can't go.
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? How does all these things happen and never make the news? I'll tell you why. Because the news is POC controlled out there on the West Coast. How does all these things happen and these people never get held accountable? I'll tell you why. Because the court system is POC controlled. How do all these things happen and the politicians out there don't do anything about it? I'll tell you why. It's because the politicians out there are POC controlled. And that, once again, is us highlighting everything. Make sure y'all smash that like button and subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We spitting hot fire on the day-to-day, keeping it all the way FBA Freeman and letting the world know. No matter what bullshit they try to come across the line, we gonna frame that shit, we gonna expose that shit, we gonna cancel that shit. That's what we do. See, when we start talking about this right here, this is so everybody got a sharp mind. Everybody's laser focused. I don't give a fuck what bullshit they throw at us. I'm just telling the world we gonna be ready for that shit. We gonna send that shit right back at you. Motherfucker threw 2 at us, we threw 4 back. That's how you gotta do it. That's how you gotta continue to do it. And that's what we have been doing. And this is why everybody's in disarray. Trust and believe, all this shit that they trying to pull, this shit would have went unseen, unheard years ago. But we calling that shit out. All the things that the Democratic Party is trying to pull on us, that shit would have been unseen, unheard years ago. Now we calling it out. And first thing you call it out, and then the next thing you know, you erase it. And that's exactly what we've been doing. That's exactly what we're going to continue to do. And we're going to do it all the way real certified style. Now, did y'all see on The View that whatever lady, Navarro, whatever, she came out and she started saying, oh, it was so wrong with the city council people said, da da da. Let me tell you something. She don't think it was wrong. What she was really trying to say is you making the block hot. And too much of a focus is on this. She's really saying, let's just do this in a real quiet fashion. Trust me, she probably thinks the same exact thing. Her fucking grandma, her grandpa, her aunts, her fucking dog and cat probably are anti-black. She has no problem with what was said. She's got a problem with getting caught.
A few things here. First, the word she used, changuito, is a Spanish word in some countries for little monkey. Okay? And so, yes. So basically, if you are calling a 2-year-old child a little monkey, 2-year-old black child, a little monkey, you are not qualified to sit in elected office. Okay? And I am mortified, horrified, embarrassed that it was 4 Latinos. And so I'm going to speak to Nuri and to Kevin De Leon and to Gil Cedillo as a Latina. Get the hell out, because you brought us shame and you brought us embarrassment. And if we want to start the healing process, we need to unite our communities, and that starts by you getting off the stage, because you are not fit, you don't have the character to be able to do that, and there is no excuse for what you did. Renuncien hoy, ahora.
Problem is that this story became a nationwide story. And she's basically saying, pipe down, aka don't get caught. It's basically a POC dog whistle. Now, ain't it funny? Whenever Donald Trump would come out there, they say he doing all those dog whistles. They could always identify his dog whistles, right? Once again, they only acknowledge supremacy when they can dump it off on the Republican. That's the only time they do this shit. How do you know what we saying is true? Here's another FBA receipt. How do you know that they protect the POCs? Because they protect the POCs the same way they protect the liberals. The liberals always have to protect and hide their anti-black racism. And if you notice, they always cape and hide POC's anti-black racism. They know damn well how the peoples of colors feel about foundational black Americans. They know damn well because the POC showed up on the front door of America bringing this shit from their homeland. They all work in cahoots. They conspire to do this type of shit. So they understand that the POC is very anti-black, just the same way that the liberal is, but they protect each other. Anytime a POC ever comes out and makes a racial statement, you'll never hear liberals going in on it the same way they would if a conservative said it. Anytime a POC does, acts, or pulls off some anti-black racism, you will never see Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama ever come out and denounce it. They never do, because the Democrats have to protect their own anti-black racism, and they also have to protect their minions, because the minions are a reflection of them. It's the same play, it's the same game, and we call that shit out easy work. We know what time it is. I know exactly what they up to, and we see this shit real motherfucking easy, because you got to understand, it's sponsored by the Democratic Party. And mind you, when you seen Navarro, when she made her little statement, notice she didn't say anything about punishment. See, that's another play they do. They'll sit there and say it's wrong. First off, they normally don't even denounce it unless it becomes a big story where they're forced to talk about it. But once they are forced to talk about it, what do? They never mention punishment. When it comes to black folks, you got to lose your sponsors. You got to apologize. You got to re-apologize. You got to re-apologize. Black folks get immediate punishment. The rapper DaBaby, he had to apologize. They put him on the front news of all their goddamn papers. They took away all his sponsors. He lost millions of dollars because they said he said something wrong. Dave Chappelle, remember, they was running up on stage trying to attack him. Kevin Hart had to get in his time machine and apologize for some shit he apologized for 10 years ago. That's what happens when it comes to us. But when it comes to city council people who are actually politicians and public servants, no punishment. Navarro didn't say nothing about punishment. So always watch it when folks talk about, oh, that's bad. AOC came out and said it's bad. She didn't talk about punishment. So anytime they never mention punishment, they don't care. They caping. And that's it. The dominant society must protect their interests, and their interests are every tether, every minion, every wannabe supremacist, every act like a supremacist, every I wish I was a supremacist that comes along from these homelands that have been failed, and they bring them here so they can try to attempt to replace foundational Black Americans. But here is the whole damn thing, family. You cannot replace foundational Black Americans because foundational Black Americans are the architects. You can never replace the people who built the country. Don't even try it. And by the way, the lineage, heritage, and culture that built this country is unmatched, untouchable, unbreakable, and stronger than ever. And you hear me say that every single time right here on the Black Alpha Network. So when it goes to the Democratic Party, all their shills, when it goes to all their minions, when it goes to the Republican Party and all their shills and all their minions, the Candace Owens of the world, the Sheriff Clarks of the world, you name them. All of those people get lined up and all those people get pushed to the side, because when we step into the building, everybody knows we're there because our presence is strong. And let's talk about the Congressional Coon Caucus. That needs to be disbanded because they are the #1 perpetrators of carrying out all of these attempts. Now think about that. You're literally dealing with a caucus that does nothing for their people, but in their head they think that they're somebody special. They ain't nobody special, and that's why they hold no weight right now. Maxine Waters ain't nobody seen her. You got Congressional Black Caucus members that you ain't seen in 2 to 3 years. Mind you, foundational Black American, Black grassroots are pressing everybody. It's a full court press. This the 4th quarter right now, and we got the ball in our hands, and we about to push it into the end zone. We about to hit the game-winning shot, and everybody's coming over here on this side because this is the real side. So make sure you understand one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. No matter what they do, no matter what they try to come up with, no matter what plan they concoct, no matter what program, manuscript, Zaddy's principal's office, 1-800-900-200-COON, they can make every goddamn phone call, but it's all going to go full circle, and foundational Black Americans are going to be the last ones standing. That is the bottom line, because we are at the boss's table making boss moves. And if you look at it right now, this is what is shaping the future. As we talk about this being our time, as we talk about this being Freedmen era, the Freedmen effect, look what we're doing. Look what we're doing. We're affecting everything. Trust me, all of these people right now are having to come up with these plans. They're scamming, they're plotting just so they can disrupt us. But everything they doing is failing. Everything they're doing is failing. They haven't done one thing yet that has worked on foundational Black Americans. That's why we keep sending their ass back to the drawing board. They got to keep going back to the drawing board, and we're going to keep the motherfuckers going back, because every time they throw something, we're going to throw some real shit back in return. That's the way we do it, and that's the difference. They're not used to that. They're not used to FBA regulating shit. They're used to getting their ways with all the coons. That's why I say, once we remove them, that was the first hurdle to fall. And then when we start putting in that goddamn work, everything else fell straight in line. And ladies and gentlemen, we pushing that line, and we're going to continue to push that line, and we're going to continue to bring the heat and drop them facts, because we are the real ones and everybody else is just a wannabe. Like I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, y'all have all heard me say this before. There are only 2 types of people on this planet. That is foundational Black Americans and everybody else who wants to be a foundational Black Americans. But here's the thing, being a foundational Black American, you can't teach that shit. Either you got it or you don't. You wake up in the morning with this soul. This soul cannot be crafted. Either you got this stuff when your feet hit the floor in the morning when you get out the bed, or you somebody else who wishes they were us. And we're all on the real side of things, and they're on the I wish I was side of things. And there's a big ass difference being over there. So let's keep on doing what we're doing. Let's keep on staying laser focused, and we're getting it all. I'm talking about social power, political power, all across the board. This is what it's like when you're on the real side. I'm talking about the lineage, heritage, and culture. And it's ours, and we got full ownership over it, and we got a tight grip. Can't nobody break this grip. We got it on lock. Everything is on lock, 24/7, 365. So when we sit here and we convene and we break things down, everybody also understands that this is a new era. These conversations couldn't even been had a few years ago because people didn't have their minds right, but we do. People were not on game, but we are. People were not practicing the code of conduct, but we live in it. And when you start living the code, you start breathing the code, you start acting out the code, that means that you on a mission. And foundational Black Americans certified BLACK, we on a mission. And we getting everything that's ours so they can run them tangibles. As a matter of fact, speaking of run them tangibles, we're gonna put it to you like this. When they come around here and they talk about your ancestors died for you to have the right to vote, fuck y'all, run them tangibles. When they start saying, well, this is the Blacks and Brown Coalition, fuck that, run them tangibles. As a person of color, run them tangibles. African Americans, run them tangibles. Vote blue no matter who, run them tangibles. Anybody but Trump, run them tangibles. Yes, we can. No, you won't. Certified Black Society, run them tangibles. That's the play. Stay on that game all day long and everything will go the FBA way. And y'all know the FBA way is perfect. All right, y'all, this is a salute from the Black Alpha Network. Y'all know we broke it down. Y'all know we're going to continue to spit that hot fire. And you know we're going to do it as a family tree. This family tree represents all of us. I'm talking about every piece of concrete in this country. Anywhere where foundational Black Americans are stomping, that's where we are. One of us means all of us, and all of us means everybody. You got to put that in your mind. You got to lock that all the way in because that's the way we move. Everything that we wish, everything that we desire, and everything that we're going to get is all going to be based upon how we move as a collective unit. And I'm proud of us. I don't know what anybody else is seeing. I don't know about them negative people who always got some issues, who want to be in that corner and want to be hated. That's not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is a lineage that is stronger than ever. I'm seeing a heritage that is stronger than ever. I'm seeing a beautiful culture with beautiful people that is sister, that is brother, that is man, that is woman, that is elder, and that is the young kids. And it is untouchable and it is magic, okay? And we are all a part of it because it runs through our veins. Anybody who is not a foundational Black American, they can never imagine what it's like and how great it is. And ladies and gentlemen, it is great. It's great to be an FBA. It's great to be here today. It's great to be a part of this era, this generation. It's great to share it with all of y'all. It's good to wake up every day and know that we belong to something that is so wonderful, that is so amazing, that is so beautiful, and it cannot be broke. If we could have been broke, we would have been broke a long time ago. So we're not in the game of being broke, but we're in the game of breaking anybody who's got drama, got smoke, and got issues, and we're gonna line their ass up and we're gonna knock their ass down. And we've been doing it right now for the last 5 years, and that's why we've done more than the last 50. So let's keep up the good work. Let's stay strong. Let's stay positive. All the naysayers and all the negative clouds, we're gonna push that shit all out the way because the world moves when we move. Everybody does what we say. So let's just keep doing it the FBA certified American Freedmen way, and every single thing is going to be A1. Yes, indeed. All right, man, y'all stay good, y'all stay great, y'all stay healthy. I wish everybody health and success, and that's not just for you, the listeners. That's for everybody that you care about. That's for everybody in your family, because your family is my family is your family, and we all represent the certified foundational Black American family tree. I appreciate everybody, like I said in the beginning, who supports the Cash App. All the great things that people tell me, all the love people show me personally, privately, man, I respect that. I appreciate that, and I'm gonna hold that right here forever. Appreciate the love, y'all. Yes, I do. I am genuinely, truly humbled. I appreciate the whole family because we don't have followers. We don't have subscribers. I got family. And all my riders from day one to right now, I salute you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys all stay good. Take care of yourselves out there because this is an anti-Black race war and we are the certifieds. Yes, indeed. All right, now I'll catch everybody on the other side. Make sure you stay safe and stay real. Black Alpha Network, I'm sending out a salute. But before I go, you know how it is. Remember one thing every single day of your life, and that is being a foundational Black American is beautiful, and beautiful is always Black. One love.